Hello everybody and welcome back. It's me, ChipZ, and as you might have seen from my last stream, we are in the process of catching up to the current issues, the current episodes, the current, what would you call them? Chapters, yes, that's what they're called. The current chapters of One Piece. It's been about 5 months since I was reading things as they were coming out. I had a pretty busy back half of 2023. It was largely positive, so, nothing to complain about really. I was just really busy starting a new job, a new relationship, all kinds of crazy new stuff. I even adopted a cat, guys. She's so cute. But yeah, no, just a lot of fun things going on in my actual life that kind of had to have me put streaming and content creation on the back burner. But yeah, I'm trying to get back at it in 2024, trying to kind of make up for lost time. Obviously, lost some of that momentum, but we're trying to get it back, baby. We're trying to get it back over here, So yeah, that's what we're doing today. I had a free Saturday, or fairly free anyway, so we're going to be catching up to the latest chapters of One Piece. That's what we're currently working on. And yeah, dude, I'm super excited. Last chapter was goated. Definitely some weird things going on in the world of One Piece. I've been hearing rumblings. I haven't really been spoiled to anything concrete, but I know we're getting Kuma stuff in the main story at the moment, which is really exciting. And looks like we're going to be going to Elbaf pretty soon, which is also super exciting. Definitely want to see what happens if Kid, there's our boy Kid coming back. Is he coming back? New job, boys. Let's go. Thank you. How are you doing, Sour? I need to catch one of your streams or your podcast with your homie these days. I still haven't watched yet, but I do plan to. I'm gonna download it, or actually, I'm gonna listen to it on my drive to work on Monday. That's when I'll listen to your podcast. But I'm excited to check it out, man. Hope that's going well, and would love to have you on the show sometime, man. We'll see what happens. But anyway, like I said, I'm basically I haven't touched One Piece since July, which is the last time I did a One Piece stream. Also, one of the other reasons I haven't been able to stream much since then is my computer, basically my hard drive got fried. I had to basically kind of rebuild my whole rig. Also my streaming setup was kind of shitty. I had to reconfigure some things, so it took me a while, but we're back up and running, boys. We're back in action. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm gonna try to do 3 chapters at least today. I want to actually make a dent in my backlog and actually start to catch up. So yes, Thursday I did 1090, which was a pretty hype chapter with Kizaru coming through and some other stuff going on. But now we're getting into 1091. We're gonna hopefully get to 1092 and 1093 as well. It should be a lot of fun, so hopefully you guys can come through, or you can watch later on YouTube. So it'll be up, if not later today, then tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow for sure. It's really good, I promise. Dude, I've been hearing nothing but good things from not only just friends on the Discord and stuff, but also IRL friends are telling me it's fucking hype, and then I need to get back into it, man, and I've been itching to. I've just been super busy, but my year's been, my 2023 was great. I hope it was a good year for you guys too, and if it wasn't, hey, new year, new opportunities to set things right, to make a big change in your life, to set things on the right path. So I hope it's been, a good time for y'all, and if it hasn't been, hey, we're all getting a new lease on life in this new year. So good luck to y'all, and without further ado, let's fucking get into this thing. It's One Piece chapter 1091. I have not seen anything from this chapter yet. Assumedly, we're picking up on Egghead with Kizaru versus the gang, and we shall see what happens. So let's take a look. Alright, One Piece chapter 1091. Sour Lemon says, though the episodes aren't on YouTube yet, we've been covering the live action too, and they've been great episodes. Yeah, dude, that's exciting. I actually did enjoy the live action. I have mixed feelings on it, but overall I thought it was a pretty decent adaptation for what it is. It definitely felt like it captured sort of the whimsy of One Piece, which is, I think, something I was worried that it wouldn't be able to capture. So I think that's kind of the most important thing, is to capture the whimsy, the sense of camaraderie, and the sense of adventure. And I think it does a good job of capturing those 3 core tenets of the series, or things that I find to be core tenets of the series. You can argue whether it was able to capture everything perfectly, or whether they should have given more focus to some things or less focus to other things. I think there's arguments to be made in both directions there, but overall, I I was surprised at how much fun I had with it. You know, like it's definitely not a perfect thing, but it, you know, it's enjoyable. It's definitely not anywhere near as good as the original. I would definitely say, like, if you're on the fence, you know, if the live action doesn't grab you, the live action I feel like could be a good stepping stone into people checking out the series in earnest, but at the same time, it's no substitute for the OG, you know what I'm saying? That being said, I hear we're getting like a new sick-ass like One Piece anime, like done by the same studio that did like the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan. So that's pretty dope. That's actually an awesome thing. Like, I'm hoping they just cut the fat, man. Get to the, not saying that they, I don't know, everyone knows the anime's pacing is kind of hit or miss, or mostly miss, you know, so they tend to stretch things out pretty egregiously, in my opinion. At least since, I guess, like Water 7, especially. But I would say, like, that's actually really something that's promising. I'm really excited to see what happens with that. So I have my eyes on that. Otherwise, I haven't been, like, I haven't been talking to people about One Piece really that much at all. Only, like, a few friends who are, like, kind of catching up that aren't even up to where I am. But yeah, like, I just, I'm super excited to see what's going on in the current story, and I hope you guys are too. So let's see what Sour has to say. Sour, one of our good friends of the show and favorite contributors. What's he got saying here? He also has his own show. You guys should check it out if you haven't. It's on Shreddit, right? You guys hosted on the Shreddit Twitch channel. I believe that's where it's hosted. I know you guys are planning to put it on YouTube somewhere. But that, yeah, it's exciting stuff. You know, Sour is a knowledgeable guy. He's a smart guy. He's a funny guy. And the Shreddit Twitch channel is great. You know, all those guys are friends of the channel over here. So, you know, they're doing well. They're killing the game right now. So, dope to see y'all coming up like that. Hell yeah. The live action is big doo-doo. Oh, Sour hates the live action. Honestly, I'm not surprised. I think we did briefly talk about it, and I do remember you not liking it. Understandable. I didn't hate it, but I could definitely understand why somebody would, you know? Stop enjoying the live action. It does not capture One Piece, not even remotely. It's totally completely different. Totally completely different. I don't think it's that totally different. You could say it definitely, like, in terms of, like, how to present the story in a long-term format, it's definitely made some pretty big errors, and I think that's one of your bigger problems based on what we've discussed in the past. Because I think we did have a brief conversation in Vale server when this stuff kind of first happened. But thank you for linking your Twitch, Sour. Banned for cross-platform promotion. No, I'm just joking. I would never ban you, buddy. Not even remotely. So, okay, the best thing the live action does is cause people to appreciate the original. I don't know, man. I had fun with, like, the Baratie stuff. Like, specifically, like, I thought they did justice to Zeph for the most part. Like, it's definitely, like Sanji's scene saying goodbye to Zeph is definitely better in the anime and the manga than it is in the show. It's definitely not bad in the show, though. I think, like, I love Sanji. He's one of my favorite characters in the manga. But I think, like, walking back some of his perviness a little bit isn't a bad idea, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's still, like, you know, he's still, like, a bit of a simp and, like, a bit of a, you know, womanizer, which is how he was kind of portrayed initially. I would prefer them to kind of, like, let's be honest, like, it's not that I hate the pervy humor. I think it can be funny sometimes. It's just not always funny. Oda leans on it a bit too much, in my opinion. I think, like, I don't know. Like, I remember seeing somebody on YouTube watch the live action being like, oh, I didn't realize that, like, Sanji is supposed to be French. And this guy's like a casual fan, right? But he's like, I never realized he was supposed to be French, and I also never realized that he's, like, supposed to be, like, charming. And I was like, yeah. So, like, I don't know. I guess I think, like, there are things, and even just, like, kind of, like, you can argue whether focusing on Garp and Kobe and those guys and following their, like, kind of journey in the East Blue was worthwhile time to be invested in Season 1. But to me, I actually think that's, like, if Oda knew how big of a presence they would be in the series, like, later on, I think he might have ended up doing that type of stuff anyway, earlier in the story, giving them more of a presence early on anyway. I don't think it's a bad idea. I do think revealing Garp as Luffy's grandfather that early is bad. I don't think, like, giving Kobe and Helmeppo in particular, like, kind of, like, more focus to, like, their character journey in the actual pages of the story outside of the cover story, I don't think that's bad. Like, I think that's actually kind of a good choice. There's other stuff I like obviously, and I don't know, I don't know, I think some of the actors do a good job, others maybe not so much. Like the Zoro guy, like I'm kind of iffy on. He has like a couple okay moments, but it just doesn't hit like it does in the manga or the anime, you know. I think the Sanji guy's great. I think Luffy, for the guy who plays Luffy, for the most part, does a pretty good job. Like, it's really hard to play that character in live action, but I think he does about like as well as you could. Maybe not quite. Like, there are definitely some moments where I wish they'd tweaked it slightly to make like the moment where he puts the head on Nami's head and he's like, "Of course I will," and like I don't know, like and then he kind of says it again, and then he yells it, and it like. I get that they were trying to recreate the scene in the anime and in the manga, right? But it does not work as well delivered in that way in live action. I think if they wanted it to hit harder in the live action, they could have maybe had him like, I don't know, there's a way they could have done it. Like, I was thinking about this when it happened, because I remember, like, I was with him until he did the, "Of course I will!" It was partially, I think, the delivery of the "of course I will" moment that, like, I didn't think worked quite as well. Which isn't necessarily the actor's fault. It's more of like a direction issue, and more of like them really wanting to stick with like this particular thing. There was also like something about that episode that I didn't like, which was like that the townspeople like just didn't have any clue that Nami was sacrificing herself, and like I don't know, that was all weird. That was like a really weird choice. But overall, like I think they did a pretty good job with season 1. Like I think they did a pretty good job, like kind of making it more compact and concise and still getting like the point across and still making it like emotional and like fun and, you know, whimsical and, you know, get the feeling of like camaraderie among the crew for the most part. You know, I think it worked okay. It worked way better than I thought it would. Let's just say that. And I liked that they leaned into like some of the sillier aspects. Like I liked that they, you know, they made fucking Kuro and his gang so fucking sassy. That was good stuff. I love that I like that they kind of seeded some of the fishmen racism stuff like a little bit earlier. I think that actually works better. Gives Arlong a little bit more like color to his character. And like, you know, because I've seen people like when they get to Fishman Island, they're like, "Oh, well, this is clearly a retcon that fishmen have been like oppressed this whole time." I think like seeding that type of conflict early is actually smart. Yeah, I don't know. I think overall, and like the guy who played Buggy in the live action, that guy was fucking fantastic. That guy was so good. That guy, like, I want to see what else he's in, because that guy was like by far like the best performance of the entire show, like hands down. But yeah, so there's a lot of good stuff about it. It is a lot of fun. I like that they didn't tone down the goofiness too much. They kept it really goofy. They kept it really fun and whimsical. And I'm glad that it's seen some success, you know? Like, I don't know, like, I'm not someone who feels like trying to gatekeep something that I think is, like, super, super good, you know, like One Piece, like, in general. So, like, I'm not saying that means there should be more live action, but I do like that the live action can be a bridge for people to maybe be like, "Oh, maybe I should check out the other stuff as well," you know? And I don't know, I think it's pretty much harmless, and I frankly, it's not like it erases what exists of the manga or the anime. It doesn't, you know, delete any of that. Like, I had a good time with it. It's way less egregious of it than I was even expecting it to be. I thought it would be horrible. It's not horrible. It's fine. Like, it's fine and even sometimes kind of fun. So, you know, they could have done a lot worse. That's all I'm saying. Let me catch up on everything Sour said. Okay. The Wit One Piece should be pretty neat, though. Dick's out for that one. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I'm so excited for that. That's the one I'm really excited for. The Pirate Odyssey, streamed on twitch.tv/ShreddedOfficial. Uploaded on the YouTube channel, Shreddit. Yep, sir. Yes, sir. Check it out there, guys. That's where Sour's show is. Just you wait for my podcast episodes on it to come out on YouTube. I'm excited, bro. You know what? You guys should have me on as a guest at some point. We can argue about it. That'd be a good time. That'd be a good time. It's a scathing review. I hate it so much more than when we talked about it on that server. Wow. All right, well, sounds interesting. You should have me on, bro. I mean, we can discuss all things One Piece. I can't say too much on Baratie and Arlong. We've only done the first 4 episodes so far, but I guarantee we will have many complaints. Yeah, I think Baratie is handled okay. There's definitely like, I'm not expecting you to have high praise for this stuff, just based on like your proclivities and how you feel about this stuff. But, you know, who knows? Like, I think at very least the performances and like the sets, like how they were able to like bring that these like magical places to life, especially Baratier, was really impressive and cool. And like I think the stuff with Mihawk, I'm not going to say too much about it, but that stuff is actually dope. You know, they do a pretty good job handling his stuff, and they don't stray too far, I don't think. You'll see. Okay. Okay, let me keep reading and then we'll get into the chapter. Also, I hard disagree, including Garp that early caused way more problems than it made sense to include them for. I would agree in the sense that it is just weird for Garp, like who's like such an important character, to be spending that much time like kind of fucking around chasing his grandson. When like Garp, that's another thing. It is kind of like a weird, would I say betrayal of Garp's character? I don't know. It feels like they're using him in a different way. It's an adaptation. I try not to be too tough on it. Garp is handled really weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I didn't mind his inclusion, and there is a great scene between him and Zeph that's actually like pure Kino. It's so good. But there's other things about it that like I think are kind of less good. And like his inclusion is weird, and like I don't love it. I'll say that. Like it's not something I'm a big fan of. I do agree. Zoro doesn't hit not because of the acting, but the writing direction. Same with Luffy. I mean, I think the guy who does Luffy is fine. I think like he's about as good as they could do Luffy in live action, is my opinion. Yeah, we call him Zolo in the podcast. Oh, because he's a totally different character. He's definitely a lot more serious. He's definitely more no nonsense. He does have some moments of levity and like some funnier moments as the episodes go on, like in the back half of the show. I think he's more entertaining. So yeah, like I think if you haven't gotten to Baratier, like he does start to hit the performance for him, and like they start to like make jokes with him more, like kind of like take the piss out of him being like so self-serious. They start to like have more fun with him as a guy and like as a character. He's still a bit too serious, like more serious than I would like him to be, more serious than he is in the anime or the manga, at least that early on. But yeah, you know, it's not my favorite interpretation of the character by any means. I think they did an atrocious job. Their compactness was sacrificing necessary screen time for the themes of each arc to throw in Garp while failing at the themes of that story cover arc. I don't know. I think that might be like overly critical. Like you have to take into account like the format of the show that they're doing, right? Like you can't, I don't know, like it is an adaptation. You have to, I don't know, you have to understand that there will be adjustments and things made. And that doesn't necessarily mean they're improvements by any means. That's just, you know, that's just the nature of the beast. You know, you gotta take that into account. That's all. Buggy was great. Too bad too bad the tent had really shitty lighting. I would agree with that, actually. That is a fair criticism. Watching it more than once made me hate it more each time. Fair. I've only watched it, I think, like twice. Both while I was high, by the way. Actually, yes, both times I was high while I watched it. So I might have had a better, like a more positive outlook because I was a little stoned when I watched it. But, I mean, I did have fun with it. Oh god, oh fuck, Chip is online. Doji, what's up, my boy? Good to see you, dude. Yeah, we're back, man. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. My, you know, back half of 2023 was pretty crazy. Like, I started a new job. I, you know, started seeing somebody. I, you know, adopted a cat. Like, I had all these, like, other crazy things going on in my life. Like, there was just a lot going on. Like I had a really good year last year. Like it was very positive, but unfortunately, like content creation, streaming, that kind of stuff had to take a back seat, you know. But I'm starting off this year. I'm getting back on that content creation grind. We're getting back on that Twitch streaming grind. I want to be doing it at least twice a week. So y'all see more of me, I promise. I got a lot of games I need to catch up on. I'm going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3. Going to be doing probably the new what's it called? Final Fantasy VII installment. Maybe I might wait till it comes out on PC because it's easier for me to stream on PC. But we're gonna do Elden Ring DLC. We're gonna do all kinds of stuff, like maybe Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe I've only played the tutorial, so and I haven't been spoiled to it. But there's a bunch of games I've like been meaning to finish that I started streaming on the channel. I'm probably gonna do original FF7 because I've actually never like played disc 3. So Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff coming down, and plus I literally have not read One Piece at all since like July. So, you know, because I've just tied One Piece, like I cannot read it without reacting to it live, you know, basically, which is good in a way, because like I think personally, like I kind of needed to take a little break from One Piece, you know. I was doing IRL shit for the past few months, you know, or the past, like, you know, back half of 2023, you know. I was living life, you know. I was actually touching grass and shit, you know what I'm saying? What up, Ishmael? Good to see you, buddy. But yeah, no, so it was good for me to take a little break. I'm sorry I didn't like kind of make any sort of announcement. I wanted to get back to streaming, but also like I needed to like fix my computer. Like my hard drive got completely wiped. My streaming setup was fucked, so I tried to stream a few times, but like my capture card was just like fucking up all the time, so I had to get a new capture card. Like I basically had to like redo my entire setup. Like we're looking better than ever now, which is exciting, and I'm happy about that. But like I needed time off of work and time, like, you know, more time in my social, like away from like just like active things in my social calendar in order to actually put in the work to fix my setup. So I actually had a bit of that time over Christmas break, was able to, you know, fix some things up. So we're back at it now, boys. We're back at it now. But anyway, I've been talking for a long time. I appreciate y'all being hype about this, though. We're going to get started here in a second. We can do a bonus episode after we finish the series with you on to argue about it, but no spoilers. The point is that my co-host is a new viewer. Oh, of course, yeah. I wouldn't spoil the manga at all. Like, we can just talk about the anime. We'll leave manga stuff completely out of it, all right? But yeah, I would love to come on, Sour. I would love to have you on this show sometime too. Once I catch up. I have a lot of work to do between now and then. I didn't mind Garp so much the first time. It was mostly confusing, but as I watched it more, the plot holes and failures started screaming at me. Garp is basically a completely different character in the live action. So there is like, I have my issues with him as well in the live action. I enjoyed seeing him. And I think the actor is pretty fun, but like overall, like I do agree, like including him that early was like a really weird choice, like straight up. Like I completely agree with you. My co-host started literally checking out during marine scenes. Yeah, the marine scenes are kind of lame. I do like kind of following Kobe a little bit, but Kobe's also, you know, he becomes more interesting later. So I do understand what you say, what you're saying about it kind of being a weird thing to keep him. Like focus on him so much that early on, because like what's there to focus on, you know? So yeah, the format of let's constantly fuck up the pacing to have 4 things happening simultaneously, like every Hollywood production. I don't know, man. Hollywood productions aren't all bad. I don't know. I think it's just different people like different things. Like I don't mean to like say that as like a cop out or just a way to like give, you know, like free reign for people to do whatever they want with what like Eastern properties or whatever. I don't know. I don't think it was so bad. Like I had fun with the live action. It's far from perfect, and it's far from being as good as the OG content. Like whether it's the anime or any of the other, you know, stuff that we enjoy with that manga, etc. But here's hoping the Wit adaptation. I'm expecting that shit to be fire, so I'm genuinely excited for it. Really, truly so. So, good stuff. Gonna watch tomorrow because I'm drunk right now, but good to see you back. All right, sounds good, Doji. Hopefully I'll have this all up on YouTube by then. So, good to see you too, buddy. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. It's nice to catch up with you, man. This takes a bit of explaining. Sour, bro, I'm going to get into the chapter because we're going to be talking about this for way too long. But I will read all of your comments. I really need to get to the chapter, though, because I'm already so behind, bro. All right. So, chapter time. Chapter 1091 of One Piece. We got Luffy on the cover. We got the boy Usopp. We got the boy Chopper. We got a Jaguar. Good stuff. One Piece Netflix. Oh, this is in celebration of the Netflix series. Very cool. Very good. Or maybe not if you're Sour, you don't like it. But I understand where Sour is coming from. Like the live action is contentious, I would agree. In One Piece, at least early on, it's very focused as to this is the set of things happening. Let's show each of them in their entirety. Oh, okay, so I see what you're saying, Sour, because Sour is saying that early on in One Piece, the story is very focused, where later on in One Piece, like there's like a million side characters. Like look at Wano, like so much of Wano, like Luffy and Kaido are just fighting while every other thing with every other character is happening. Like there's almost too many characters. The cast of One Piece has become so big that it kind of like makes it hard to get to the heart of things now sometimes. Like there's still a core message there. There's still like kind of you know, important things that maybe should be more important than other things that are happening. Where early on One Piece was like a super focused story with like a very like contained cast, you know, and there would be like side characters each arc, but like generally the main cast was the Straw Hats, and it was very contained. I think that's what Sour's getting at here. I agree that kind of making it maybe making the cast a bit too big in the first season of the live action might have been a mistake. I see where you're coming from, and I recognize your point, and I think it's a fair point to make. In the live action, they have a bunch of things happening simultaneously, and I'm like, why are you cutting away? Honestly, the marine stuff isn't that interesting. I like that it allows for certain exposition, because they can't do thought bubbles as much in live action. Although I did like in episode 1 how like Luffy's like literally talking to the camera. I don't know why. There was like something sort of like documentarian-ish about that I found to be like kind of charming, especially when he's like scooping water out of his boat to try to keep it from sinking, and then climbs into a barrel and asks a seagull from Morgan's seagull the news coos to join his crew. I thought that was like a pretty cute scene, and like an interesting way to kind of introduce like Luffy as a character in a live action format. But you know, to each their own, man. Like, I thought some of like the production, like as someone who like dabbles in production but is not like, doesn't do it professionally, like I thought there was some like interesting production choices along the way. I do think the lighting in that buggy episode was pretty bad. I would agree with that, which is too bad, because like the costumes and the set were really good, but the lighting was pretty bad. I would agree with you on that. It didn't ruin the episode for me, but I could see why that would be a big demerit for you. But yes, let's get to the actual good shit. Even in Wano, it will show an entire fight all at once. The live action doesn't do that. I mean, I don't know. Wano was kind of, I don't know. I don't want to shit on Wano. Wano's okay. But anyway, let's get to the chapter. Okay, this is a cute color page. We got everyone eating a big pizza. That's cute. Nami's guzzling that cheese. We got the pelican. We got Jinbei and Sanji ringing a noodle. Oh, no. They are holding... I thought they were ringing a noodle together. I was like, well, that's interesting. Maybe a little sexual. But no, there's a hot dog in the background. It's all diced up. It's a sausage. A bunch of pelicans eating pizza with the boys, with the crew. Nico Robin is nowhere to be seen, but that's okay. She can take a break. Maybe she's just taking a nap. And Brooke has like a pink top hat. That's cute. And like, I like his tie. Brooke is always looking dapper as fuck. You gotta love it. Plus, there's a little ratatouille on Jinbei's back, because we all know Jinbei can't cook. Let him cook. No, don't let him cook. This man doesn't know how to cook. That's why he needs a little ratatouille pulling his strings on his head. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I think this is hard to convey without literally showing you, or without a more in-depth discussion like on my podcast, so you can just get on with the manga. Okay, sounds good, buddy. We can talk about it more later. I'm interested in discussing it with you. I might need to rewatch it, maybe a little bit more sober this time, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll follow up on it, though. Anyway, chapter time. All right, into the good stuff. Okay, so last we left our heroes, they were about to leave the island for Elbath, I believe, but there's like an army of like 30,000 Marines like coming to Egghead. They're all attacking. Rob Lucci like sent like a Morse code report under his, or like it recorded a report under his breath that got sent to Kizaru and what's that Five Elders guy name again? The guy who's there, Saturn or whatever his name is. So Kizaru went in, he attacked. All these guys, all these ships are standing by to, attack the pacifistas. There's about to be like basically a war here between the forces of Egghead Island, which are pretty considerable, all things considered. It's a pretty strong, like powerful force that they got here, because they have these like Mach 3 pacifistas, which have the bubble powers. They're like super strong defensively, but also have like pacifista powers, so they're like basically like invulnerable. And Kizaru is literally attacking, literally in a fight with his like nephew right now. His nephew, whose name is sumo wrestler guy with the axe. The guy who got literally one-shot bodied by Rob Lucci, but is now somehow redeeming himself by putting up a fight against Kizaru. Don't question it. Power scaling is out the window. Power scaler bros, you have been defeated by this turn of events. I'm sorry to say it. One Piece was never a series with a consistent power structure or power curve. Anyone can beat anyone for whatever reason. It's just whatever Oda needs to happen in the moment happens. Scalar Bros BTFO'd once again. Sorry. Alright. Admiral Kizaru has begun his incursion. So he's like the advanced forces. The Navy makes its move. Get ready, the enemy won't take this lying down. Beep beep, so these guys are about to fire lasers. Don't let them use their laser attacks. Or their lasers. Boom, boom, boom. Fire the cannons, they're firing. Ooh, oh fuck, and now we got the sea beasts are attacking the naval ships. Okay, I forgot about the sea beasts. We got a rat with a drill, he's also got headphones. Or like literally like ear speakers, so he can blast people with like sonic attacks. And also drill them from below the sea. We got this lion who's munching. That lion just crunched through Chump. He's got Chump on his helmet. But he just chomped through a battleship. We got a bull also absolutely devastating this battleship. I mean, these are coated with like sea stone. They have like sea stone coating. So these are strong motherfuckers. These beasts are powerful. Sentomaru, thank you, Sour, for the correction. It's the weaponized sea beast, fire. So they're getting all fucked up. And now we got this guy who's looking really funny. He's got like a billion chins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got a quattro chin. Steam knuckle. But he's got a fucking robo arm. He punches that guy right in the face. Kayow! Leave our ships alone. Oh, this is the girl. Punk rock girl. Sexy punk rock girl. I forget her name. Leave our ships alone. She goes and punches this guy. Kicks him in the face with a hockey kick. Punches the fuck out of that guy. If it's a fight you want, I'll give you one. The Vice Admirals are touching down. So the Vice Admirals, they're strong enough to fight the Pacifista and the Sea Beasts. They're really strong. We know this. They were impressive in Marineford, and they're impressive now. Even though some Vice Admirals have literally been bodied by like guys like, I don't know, like Bartolomeo. Remember that one guy, Maynard? Making Maynard a Vice Admiral was like maybe the stupidest thing. I'm not usually a big power scaler, but the fact that like Oda made that guy Bastille, who like actually was like, had a decently impressive showing. He was against Sabo, and he wasn't going to win against Sabo. But like he's like a tough guy. He's got a cool like saw sword. And like he at least tried to put up a fight against Sabo. He got wasted, but like, you know, he was like against someone he couldn't beat, right? Like Sabo's like Admiral tier character, basically, right? But like the fact that Oda made Maynard, who's like so much weaker than Bastille, who was like basically like bowing down to Bastille, like, oh God, dude, Father Bastille, like you're so badass, like save me, bro. Like I don't know, like some Vice Admirals, like I don't know, he got wasted by Bartolomeo, like, off-screen. Like, that's just fucking lame, bro. I know it was to show that, like, it was supposed to build Bart up as, like, a formidable guy before his performance in Block C, or Block B. I forget which block it was, but it was supposed to kind of, like, build mystique around Bartolomeo. I get it, but I don't know, man. That did not do anything for Vice Admiral credibility, so... but, you know, they still, for the most part, have a pretty strong showing. And not all Vice Admirals are created equal. We know this because Garp is a Vice Admiral, and he's, like, way stronger than, like, anyone. So, you know, he's, like, you know, basically as strong as an Admiral, if not stronger. You know, he's pretty tough. All right. We got the Labostratum here. We're up in the clouds. The Marines and Robo-Beasts at the coast are really going at it. So Usopp's seeing what's going on. I love Usopp with these glasses. Usopp's fit is fucking fire right now. Already? But Sentomaru is waiting for them with a squadron of Pacifista under his command. It should be clear that the island's defenses are nigh impenetrable. Pacifista control hierarchy, 5 elders. Why did they... So, did Vegapunk really not include anything that could bypass this hierarchy? He must have, right? That would be so stupid not to do that. But Sentomaru is waiting for them with a squadron of Pacifista under his command. It should be clear that the island's defenses are nigh impenetrable. Pacifista control hierarchy, 5 elders, Vegapunk, Stella, and satellites, Sentomaru. Authority chip holders, so basically like CP9 or whatever. So they sent that guy ahead to take out the deterrent? Isn't that Kizaru? Sussy was right, they sent an admiral. It seems those dark memories from Sabaody have come back to haunt us. They've already started fighting down there. I'm sorry, Sentomaru, asking you to face him is too cruel. I'll understand if you choose to flee. So Sentomaru, as I believe, I recall correctly, is Kizaru's nephew? or like maybe not biological nephew, but like they have like some sort of like, you know, big bro, little bro sort of relationship. Apparently we saw some sort of flashback way earlier in Egghead where I think they were all hanging out with Vegapunk and they're like buddies. Like they're kind of like a big happy family. Vegapunk's like kind of like the granddad or whatever. Kizaru's the uncle. It might not be like exactly familial, but it's basically a familial relationship. Like he sees him as his uncle, he calls him his uncle, whatever. But yeah, like I was saying in my last stream, essentially there is this sort of, how would you put it? Like Egghead feels like kind of a reprise or like a, yeah, it feels like it's reprising or like serving as like similar to how in how am I trying to say this? I've said it better last time, but essentially Sabaody, right? Brooke mentioned Sabaody. Like Egghead feels like a reprisal of Sabaody. Like essentially like all of these characters that we were huge players in Sabaody, like Kuma, like the Pacifista, like Sentomaru and Kizaru are all sort of like reprising their roles, but like with new context in new ways, where now it's like we have more information on all of these guys, even going into this arc, and we're getting more information on them and their relationship. Their relationship is getting fleshed out. And the thing is, Sabaody was such like a dynamic shifting moment in the series of One Piece. Like it really was like a turning point, you know? Like that was the first time the crew had been beaten by like Kuzan, but Kuzan we know is like a good dude deep down, and he was like just kind of, you know, sort of testing their resolve. Like he decided, you know, he like Luffy kind of, you know, appealed to his more honorable side, and therefore he let them live and was like, I can't beat you guys right now, you know. Plus he's, you know, he has a relationship with Garp, like there was other stuff going on there. But at the end of the day, Kuzan's like a good dude, right? Like they got lucky to face someone that like is like a moral, like, you know, person who isn't just gonna stomp a bunch of like people he could easily stomp. When they show that they're like honorable, good people, they're to take care of someone that he wants to see taken care of, right? So the situation with Kizaru was like their first real like, oh fuck, this is like an unwinnable situation. I mean, besides Kuma, like the Kuma situation in Thriller Bark, but that was also like, Kuma's also a guy who has like honor and like ethics and stuff, and like Zoro appealed to those things to save the crew. So with Kuzan and Kuma, it was two situations where the crew was able to appeal to the honor of their opponents, and luckily their opponents had honor, had like ethics that could be understood between the crews, that allowed for the leaders of the crew, Luffy in one instance and Zoro in the other instance when Luffy was passed out, to kind of appeal to the honor of their opponents and save the rest of the crew by taking some sort of burden upon themselves. The situation with Kizaru in Sabaody was the first time the crew is like, this is an unwinnable situation. Kizaru is, he maybe has his own code of morals, like that we're gonna learn about soon enough, but Kizaru is the type of guy that if he's told to do something, he'll do it lazily, but he's gonna accomplish the mission, right? So, like, he's not as, like, you know, rabid or, like, kind of, like, you know, so, he doesn't do things with as much gusto as someone like, Admiral Akainu or whatever, but he is like just as dangerous in terms of his power, and he essentially, like, he was going to kill the Straw Hats. Like, they were going to be decimated right then and there, along with all the other supernova, basically. And it was because, like, Kuma came in and saved them all from this unwinnable situation and split the crew up, that allowed, you know, it kind of led to all the other stuff happening in that arc that ended up happening, which was a huge, like, it was the beginning of, like, this dynamic shift to the entire series that led Luffy to realize, we need to get stronger. Like, we were full of hubris this whole time, thinking that we could become like the Pirate King and the Pirate King's crew as we are right now. We are not ready for the new world. We need to get stronger. We need to take some time and train. Like, we were too ahead of ourselves. We need to, like, you know, build up our strength and then take on the new world in force. So, like, now we're at this crossroads where, like, Luffy and the crew are now like an admiral. Well, not admiral. They're a Yonko crew, right? They're recognized by the world as Yonkos. They are, you know, Luffy has defeated a Yonko in basically single combat. Obviously, you know, the Kaido fight, you know, you could argue maybe if they'd started at 100% max health, it wouldn't have ended with Luffy winning, but who cares? Doesn't matter. What happened happened. Luffy's a Yonko now, whatever. So, with this in mind, like, I feel like the way this arc is set up, we're heading for some sort of, like, huge, like, similar, like, something similar to happen in Sabaody. Like, I don't think the crew's gonna get split up, because that would be redundant. But I feel like Oda is, like, the way this arc is mirroring that arc in so many ways, even having, like, the same characters be involved, it feels like we're heading towards, like, a really big, like, oh fuck moment, where, like, things just shift. Now, I don't know if that means Egghead Island's gonna get wiped off the map, or if the crew is going to, like, I don't, like, if someone's gonna die. I don't know. Like, it feels like we're building up to something big. And I honestly, like, have no idea what it is, but I'm really excited. I'm really excited. And the thing is, a lot of you probably know what it is, because I am way behind, if there is something. Obviously, they could get out of this situation. I just feel like this is such, like, a... This situation is so unwinnable. And, like, what I love about Egghead so far is that all of these dynamics between all of these characters are being turned on their heads. So, like, before, Sentomaru was this wall to Luffy and the crew, who was basically going to annihilate them along with Kizaru. Now he's fighting kind of on their side to protect Vegapunk. Vegapunk had built all these robots that, like, and we didn't know Vegapunk's, like, allegiances or personality at that point, but now we know Vegapunk just wants to know the truth. He's like Robin or anyone else who are like the people of Ohara, essentially. Like, he is like a good person who wants to know truth. He has a relationship with Dragon. You know, he is interested in Luffy and his Luffy's powers and stuff. Like, there is a lot of stuff going on here, and, like, I think we're even about to learn more about Kizaru. Like, Kizaru's, I feel like we're going to get more fleshing out of his, who he is. And, like, Kuma, we're already starting to get, like, way more, because we have his daughter in the mix, whose, like, sole goal is to learn, like, what happened to her dad, you know? And as I understand what's happening in the manga right now, it's, like, Kuma stuff. Stuff related to, and, you know, Bonnie is still involved, from what I understand. Like, those are, like, two things I've been spoiled to. Just, like, we're currently getting Kuma stuff, Bonnie's there, stuff's going on with her. I don't really know what, but, like, that's all I know. So, like, this is really interesting. Like, we're essentially getting a bunch of role reversals, and even, like, what's happening with, like, Lucci and Stussy, and the fact that, like, Stussy, like, Lucci was a betrayer on during the CP9 saga. He betrayed, you know, what's it called, like, the shipwrights. But now, like, we have Stussy betraying Lucci and him feeling betrayed, like, him having to team up with, like, begrudgingly team up with enemies, just the way that the shipwrights had to team up with the Straw Hats to get back at their enemies. So, like, obviously Lucci is still, like, a bootlicker, he's still loyal to the government and whatnot, but there is this element of, like, people having to, like, roles being reversed, with all these characters involved and all these dynamics that are happening. It's really interesting. And it's just like a really interesting, like, exploration of these characters and of these dynamics in One Piece. So, I don't know where it's leading to, but I'm like, I would be very surprised if this arc didn't end with some sort of, like, big dynamic shifting or, like, huge, what's up, Vale? Good to see you, dude. Did he get to the part, oh god, where Sabo is real to be a robot yet? Oh no, you spoiled Robo Sabo for me. I mean, I've been calling it for years, guys. Not too surprising that one was going down, but hey, we'll see what happens. Nah, man, we're just getting into 1091. I'm still catching up, buddy. I haven't read One Piece in like 6 months, so, but I'm excited to catch up. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see you. Okay, so yeah, I've been talking a lot. Let's get back into the chapter here. Let me catch up on some of Sour's messages here. Even in Wano, it will show an entire fight. Oh, I already read that one. I think this is hard to convey without literally showing you, or without. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, we've already talked about that. Inner Straw Hat power curve has been pretty consistent. Luffy, Zoro, Sanji type shit, but certainly a bunch of it requires some finagling. Yeah, I was just joking. Hey, Bartolomeo is pretty strong. Don't diss my boy. I know. But is he as strong as, like, every Vice Admiral? I don't know. I mean, his powers are, like, super OP, so maybe? I don't know. Possibly. I mean, you'll see more about the command structure stuff later. It's not a blood bomb. Oh, you're talking about the command structure here. I mean, I hope there's more to it than what, like, because right on its face, this is really stupid. And, like, if Vegapunk actually made this the command structure, like, without any sort of, like, failsafe, that, like, I don't know. Sometimes it feels like Vegapunk lacks common sense, but hey, we'll see how it goes. I mean, you know, he might be autistic. I don't know. I don't remember Kizaru's phrase because Akainu is absolute justice and Aokiji is lazy justice. I think Kizaru is like, I don't know, fucking meandering justice or something. Like, just kind of, you know, takes his time, doesn't like take anything too seriously. Yeah, I don't know. I will say this arc is both longer and more gripping than I expected. Okay, interesting. I have no idea how long this arc will go. Ever seen Kuma Bear? It's not related. Kuma's name just always makes me think of it. No, I haven't seen that. Is that an anime? I know Kuma means bear, so interesting. Actually, I had a D&D character name that I named Kuma, and I gave him like a very similar. I basically like gave him a very similar backstory to like Lola from Thriller Bark or whatever, because I had like a half-orc character who came from like an orc clan where like the orc mom was like this like goddess essentially who like lost her status and was now like having like kids with like a bunch of like rival like warlords and stuff, and like I basically just copped a bunch of One Piece shit for that campaign, but whatever. Vil says Vegapunk being stupid and not doing failsafes is a common theme in this arc. Honestly, yeah. I mean, so far it has been. I'm hoping he proves to be smarter than he's making himself out to be right now. I give it a little slack because Saturn is supposedly a scientist who would notice such a failsafe. It's a very, very mid-anime. Okay, gotcha. I'll keep it in mind, but I probably won't watch it. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm sorry, Sentomaru, blah, blah, blah. All right, Sentomaru is tanking a kick, or trying to take a kick from my boy, Kizaru. But we know Kizaru's kick is like the strongest kick in the world. He's so fucking strong. You really ought to surrender, Sentomaru-kun. Yasakani no Magatama. Whatever that means. Another of the Imperial Regalia of Japan. So he's got all these Imperial Regalia powers. Huff, huff. So Sentomaru's running. Sorry, Unc, I gave my word to Straw Hat Luffy. Okay, so he's joining the Straw Hats. He's the new crew member. We all know this. He's gonna grab his axe. Hell yeah. I mean, his axe is pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty, like, I love the tassels on it. I don't know. Sentomaru is like he's looking pretty badass at the moment. Although he got fucking annihilated by Lucci. Like, what the fuck? How is he? So, he's able to fight Kizaru, but he literally, like, can't do anything against Lucci? Does that mean Lucci's stronger than Kizaru? I'm so confused. Like, I'm not trying to be a power scaler. I'm just trying to, like, apply basic logic to this stuff. I don't know. But whatever. Who gives a fuck? Any character is only as strong as Oda wants them to be in the moment. We know this. Literally any Usopp fight proves this. But hey, who cares? And since when have you been one to get chummy with pirates? Huff, huff. So he grabs the axe. Now he's barreling towards his uncle. I owe the old man my life. Huff. I don't care whose side I gotta take if it helps him escape. So he's like more loyal, definitely to what's his name? To old man fucking Vegapunk than he is to Unk. That's cool. So will we learn more about? I mean, this is a cool fight. Like, outside of the fact that I can't get over that he got wasted by Lucci but can somehow fight Kizaru, like, this is still like a fun fight to watch. Because Kizaru is just like a fun guy to watch in fights. And honestly, I like Sentomaru's design. Like, I like that he's a chubby sumo boy, but he's still kind of fast and kind of good at hockey and like generally pretty strong. Like, I don't know. I think like I like how round he looks here. I like his weird samurai bow. I don't know. I like his bowl cut, his weird gay looking bowl cut. It's cool. I don't know. So, okay. Kuzan dodges the axe attack. He splits himself in two. And this, are we about to get a fucking backstory for these guys? Hell yeah. And this, I thought we were meant to deal with the bear attacks. Oh, is it Kuma, whatever? I thought we were meant to deal with the bear attacks. What happened? Who did this? Some kid beat us to it. So this kid, okay. Baby boy Sentomaru is adorable. This is really cute. He beat up a bunch of bears. That's actually really adorable. Very cute stuff. Mary D. Glass FM. Hello. Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to, oh god, promotion. Get the fuck out of here. Thank you for commenting, but BTFO, who cares? To be honest, to be fair, CP0 got off screens. Vale says, I want Sentomaru to open an orphanage raising all the seraphims once the world government is over. Honestly, I feel like you could make that like a prediction, and that could very easily be something that happens. Because Sentomaru's a cute boy. He's a good boy. I always kind of liked him, you know? Like, he never got much focus, but I always kind of liked his design and his personality. I like when he, like, used his axe to, like, hammer that one guy, the Luffy imposter. I thought that was pretty cute. I don't know. Would actually be pretty cool. Yeah, I agree, Sour. Okay. Some kid beat us to it, and we got Big Head Vegapunk before he went Applehead, and Kizaru hanging out. So was Kizaru his... Did Kizaru used to be Vegapunk's bodyguard before he became an admiral? I wonder. The villagers are all wimps. I hate them. I don't even want to go back. They kicked you out, huh? All I need is a job that pays good. I'm tough, so I don't get hungry or anything. So this guy, as a kid, could beat up all these bears. That's pretty impressive. Oh, then can I ask what you're looking to buy with all that money? Onigiri! Oh, a man after Zoro's heart. I see. Dude just wants some onigiri. Honestly, based. Onigiri is delicious. So these guys take a liking to him because he's cute and funny and a big fat guy. And they love him. Do-wah-ha-ha-ha. Is that Kizaru's laugh? Do-wah-ha-ha-ha-ha. You were so cute back then. Aw, this is cute. I mean, he's gonna kill him, but this is cute, though. I don't think Kizaru has a like... He might have a soft spot for him, but Kizaru's a fucking cold-blooded murderer. He's gonna fucking decimate this guy. In that case, how would you like to be my bodyguard, Squirt? You'll really give me a job? Awesome. Hey, Unk. How am I meant to protect Grandpa Punk? Come teach me. Don't call me that. I'm still young. I mean, he doesn't... Yeah. I mean, he looks younger. He's got a cool beanie. But he still looks old. He's always looked old. I taught you the best I could, Sentomaru-kun. Oh, fuck, he's gonna kill this guy. Maybe that's why Kizaru hasn't killed him yet, is just because he's taking it easy on him, you know? That would make sense. That would make sense. Shigara Palm! Kwapa! Gives him a punch, gives him a big punch. Ashigara is the mountain associated with the legendary Kintaro who inspired Sentomaru's design. Oh, interesting. Ashigara Palm. That said, my guard isn't anything to sneeze at either, you know. So did he teach, was he the one who taught? It seems like he was the one, based on this thing, where he asks him to teach him. It looks like Kizaru taught him his defensive techniques. Which makes sense, because we've seen Kizaru, like, block Whitebeard's attack with the other admirals. So it seems like he knows Rio. It makes sense that he'd be able to block that. A good One Piece prediction? Impossible. Right? I mean, Vale typically has a good head on his shoulders for this stuff, I feel like. He has good predictions. He's out-predicted me on certain things, and I've had to pay the price for it, you know? Alright, so he gets punched, and blood does come out. So he lands a punch, but I think he's kind of taking it easy on him because he does actually like this guy. But, you know, he's an admiral, he's got a reputation, he's got a job to do, he's got a reputation to uphold, he's got to fuck him up. Alright, so laser blasts him, good for him. And there goes Sentomaru. At least he looks kind of fucked up now. All these guys are like, what the fuck is happening over there? All pacifista units, come in. So now... Oh, okay, so he beat Sentomaru, or he knocked him out at least, made him unconscious. And he has the command thing, the authority chip. All pacifista units, come in. The previous command issuer is unconscious and out of commission. Authority has been transferred to me. There's been a change of plans. Protect the naval fleet and send the weaponized sea beast to the ocean floor. Okay, so now he's turned the pacifista on the sea beasts. Kablam! Kabalooey! Yow! The objective of Pacifista Squadron has been successfully changed. That was his main modus operandi. That's why he attacked Sentomaru first and foremost. What a waste. But I suppose if I had to choose, the Pacifista are the better assets to secure. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, the sea beasts are cool. I guess this guy, Saturn, is really into, like, military assets. So he's, like, just trying to, like, you know, make sure that they can walk out of this with the best, like... in the best position that they can. He doesn't want to burn every bridge, or at very least he wants to make, you know, because it seems like They're going after their head scientist. That's a pretty, like, big deal. Like, they're going to kneecap their own, like, military power by doing that. So he's trying to, like, minimize, like, wasted potential, which is understandable. Keep me updated on all the casualties incurred. Yes, sir. Sentomaru's finished. No! He says. We can't afford to dilly-dally. Let's lift to the defense system. Yeah. We won't let the time he bought us go to waste. Okay. You won't crack it. Don't forget, I'm a Vegapunk too. Sure, York. Sure you are. Focus, Kizaru is made of light. He could be passing through the laser barrier any minute now. Wait, what? Wait, what? You mean he can get in whenever he wants? Indeed. That guy almost wiped us out back in the day, you know? I mean, that's true. Like, this is like a really big, like, reunion for the Straw Hats. Like, this guy basically, like, would have killed all of them. My, the Straw Hat Pirates, how nostalgic. So even he's kind of nostalgic for this stuff, just like us, just like we are. Alright, so he fucking warp speeds up to the Labostratum. Let's book it. Once the barrier is down, we need to be ready to get out of here pronto. Is Luffy going to stay behind and fight him? I feel like at very least, like even if the crew doesn't get separated, I could see like Luffy being separated because he might need to be the one to hold off this guy. I could see that happening. Way ahead of you. So, okay, the robot, the cool Ricky Ricardo giant robot is... I love the design of this robot. He looks so great. Basically like a big Frankie design. I love it. Honestly, Frankie, like, took his designs, his post-time skips designs from Vegapunk's old lab. So maybe it is, like, maybe he did base it off of this kind of, like, Vegaforce style. All we need to do is carry the ship over to the back of the island. Let's make it happen. Ding ding. Lilith, what's that racket? Says Frankie. We got Bonnie, we got Luffy, they're all eating, looking good. The emergency siren, but why? No one should be able to get through the barrier. Well, it's fucking Kizaru, dude. The power station. Ding, Punk Records, and York. So the ding ding is like an alarm system. Punk Records and York. Those are the three things that can't become collateral. So they need to keep York because they need like they need a Vegapunk. They need a scientist on their squad. If they're not going to have the scientist on, if they're getting rid of the other Vegapunks, they need to at least keep the one that's actually loyal to them and actually like willing to work with them. Like that makes sense. It makes a lot more sense why they'd be willing to betray the other Vegapunks. Because like York is clear, like if they have one, they have enough, you know, that's what they need. So the power station, Punk Records, and York. Those are the three things that can't become collateral. Honestly, so he's kind of handicapped. Like Kizaru can't go all out because he needs to protect the power station, Punk Records, and York. That's good to know. That's actually useful information. Those are the three. So this is Oda expositing a little bit for our sake. Those are the three things that can't become collateral. Honestly, it would be nice if I could add old friends to that list. Unfortunately though, Dr. Vegapunk's elimination is our top priority. So it seems like he does, like, Kizaru's an interesting guy because he seems like he does like these guys and he doesn't want to do what he has to do here. But he is the type of guy who, if he's given an order, he's going to do it. Like, he'll look for ways to, you know, like, let the people he likes off the hook, but if it's a direct order that, like, you gotta kill your old friend, he's gonna do it because that's his job. And he does his job even if he does it, like, lazily or looks for, like, loopholes or ways out of doing it, you know, doing stuff that he doesn't want to do. So he's an interesting character. I like the way Kizaru is being characterized here. This seems in line with how he had been characterized before. So I like to see it. It's good stuff. Alright, let's read some comments. Whew. Vale says, not gonna lie, the command stuff doesn't make any sense, because why would the Pacifista just believe that Sentomaru has been defeated, and not that the enemy has stolen the chip? That's a good point. That's a valid point. I have no answer for that. I mean, I get that maybe if the... I don't know. That's a good point. Like, why would they just be like, oh, yeah, he's knocked out now? I guess maybe if Sentomaru can't, like, issue a command that bypasses the other command, being like, hey, don't listen to the person with the control chip. I don't know, maybe they have, like, a certain time limit on their previous commands. I don't know. Like, I'm just spitballing. I have no idea. But that's a valid point, Vale. Oda is a hack. Stop trying to make sense of One Piece. Thank you, Sour. Thank you for coming in with logic and reason in this heated scenario. So, okay, let's keep getting into this. Dr. Vegapunk's elimination is our top priority. Looking very ominous, despite how goofy and funny he looks. Kizaru is pretty cool. Kizaru has infiltrated the dome. Yeah! Luffy and the others are still making their way back. Hurry, Luffy. Luffy-san, this isn't looking good. So they're calling out for Luffy. It'd be pointless to lift the barrier if the ship isn't in position. Coo, coo. Oh, fuck. Wait a second. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. So, Stussy looks over. She looks fucking shook. Lucci's pigeon is coo-cooing. And this guy Lucci's about to fucking kill Vegapunk. That sucks. Oh, no. So Stussy, ass out, gets in the way and takes a massive finger blast straight to the abdomen. Saving Dr. Vegapunk, saving Dr. V. God damn, Lucci, getting one back on this girl who fucked him up. But Stussy is a real one for coming through for our boy Vegapunk in this instance, coming through for the Stella. Fuck, Stussy, no! Stussy-chan! Oh, fuck. So who's gonna fight here? Looks like we're getting into it. Sorry, Nami-san, I'm borrowing this. So she borrows the squeaky toy. It's a squeaky bubble gun that's, I think it's what they used to capture the Seraphim. So Stussy's basically down at the moment. She got basically knocked out by that powerful she-gun attack. Understandable. You know, Lucci's finger covered in blood. Clearly she was on her period. Sorry, sorry guys. I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up for that one. All right, Vale sent a thing. Vale says, okay, I have to leave because it's pretty late here. I hope you enjoy the stretch of chapters. Lots of cool stuff coming. Thank you, Vale. Thank you for stopping by, dude. Good to see you. Good to talk to you. By the way, the new anime opening just dropped. It's Kino. Is that what this is? Let me bring this over. Is that what this is? I will listen to it later. Maybe we'll close the stream with that. Thank you, Vale. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by, dude. All right, Stussy-chan. Sorry, Nami-san, I'm borrowing this. So he borrows the gun from Nami. Nami's freaking out. Everyone's freaking out. Kaku's like, oh, fuck. Glub, 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 glub. What? The bubblegum? Seems your friend left you out of the loop, huh? Huh? So now we got Zoro versus Lucci. Is it going to be Lucy versus Zoro and Sanji? That's actually pretty fucking hype, I'm not going to lie. Looks like you waited for backup to grow a spine. Yeah, honestly. I mean, the fact that they let this guy off, loose is crazy in the first place, or kept him loose after they defeated the Seraphim. Like, the fact that they trusted this guy not to turn on them is fucking ridiculous. Like, let's just say the Straw Hat's really fucked up here, man. Looks like you waited for backup to grow a spine, says Zoro. You're all as good as dead now that Kizaru and I are working together. You should know by now not to underestimate us. So Zoro versus Lucci, that's gonna be fucking hype, I'm not gonna lie. I was wondering where their ship got to when I didn't see it at the shore. Hurry, so now Kizaru's right behind them. They sent an admiral, Luffy. What should we do? Hey, Luffy. Oh, fuck. Hey, long time no see. Luffy goes immediately in with the hockey kick. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, Luffy. Get this motherfucker. Kick this guy's ass. You beat Kaido. I mean, you know, it was an assisted win, but you beat him. You know, after like long hours of one-on-one. Take this motherfucker out. Beat his ass. Reborn, what's up, baby? Lucci thinks he has a chance against Gear 5 Luffy, AOC Zoro, and God Usopp. Truly a goofy moment. Yeah, this is Goof Piece at its finest, bro. I see that you're as cheeky as ever. So he blocks it, but you know, that's a powerful hockey kick right there. As cheeky as ever. We're 100 times stronger than we were 2 years ago, Kizaru. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. We're about to get some hype-ass shit up in here. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I mean, I think we should get right into the next chapter. Shit, man. Yeah, fuck it, dude. Right into the next one. Here we fucking go. Like, I wanna speak on this one, but like, I feel like the action's just getting started. And honestly, this is one of those few times where I'm glad that I haven't read One Piece in like a long time, man. Because like, I get to just like, you know, like I've taken a long break. I haven't read One Piece since July. But like, I'm really excited to be getting back into it because now I have like so much material to catch up on. I don't have to like, you know, like there's no break next week. I just get to read one. Yeah, like this would have been a break week chapter. I actually like get to read the hype shit that's coming next. And like, I am fucking excited, bro. This is exciting shit. Egghead is my favorite arc post time skip. Fuck yeah, Reborn. Honestly, it's becoming one of mine so far too. And like, I don't even know if it's over, man. I'm excited. This is exciting stuff. All right, One Piece, chapter 1092, baby. Here we go. Tyrant Kuma's rampage through the Holy Land. Oh, fuck. Are we switching locations? Okay. Egghead definitely peak. Yeah, I mean, so far, I'm loving Egghead. I will say I didn't like the fact that they skipped, like, all the, I talked about this in my last chapter reaction on Thursday for 1090. I didn't like that they skipped the, what's it called? The stuff with York. Like, I didn't like that, like, because like the York stuff was so, or like the like traitor, the Among Us shit that was going on, the whodunit stuff, I thought was so interesting, and the fact that like the York stuff just got completely off screen, I'm not a fan of, like, straight up. That being said, the stuff we're getting now is great, so I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, so Sarah says, I like Whole Cake more than Wano, but I feel like Oda re-entered the zone after Zo, after losing it for a while, starting with Fishman. So it's all been really good since Zo. Yeah, I mean, I really like Fishman Island. I understand why people don't like it as much, but I really liked it. I do think, like, Dressrosa has some great, like, moments. I don't love Dressrosa, but I do think there's, like, some good stuff in there, especially early on. Like, I really like the beginning of Dressrosa. It's the back half that I kind of have a bigger problem with. But the, what was I going to say? Like, the first half of Dressrosa, I think, is pretty strong. Like, Punk Hazard, I like the beginning of it, but, like, it gets, like, a bit too convoluted, like, and it's just too busy, you know? It doesn't have a strong enough emotional core, in my opinion. But, like, the stuff with, Kinemon is great, and, like, the stuff with the dragon, like, the kind of, like, the island being, like, half fire, half ice early on, I thought was really cool. And, like, the fight between, Law and what's his name? Smoker, I thought was cool. Like, early stuff, like, a lot of, like, the arcs have, like, really strong beginnings. I actually think, Fishman Island is an arc I really like. I get why some people are, like, less into it. But personally, like, it's one of my, I don't know if it'd be top 5, it's definitely, like, a top 10 arc for me. And Whole Cake Island, for me, is, like, easily, like, top, like, 2 or 3. Like, it's really good. But so far, this arc is shaping up to be, like, one of the better post-time skip arcs. I'm really digging it. There's some things I don't like I think they've kind of, like, rushed through certain things that I would like them to spend more time on. But I realize Oda has a lot to get through, and this feels like a in-between arc type of thing. Like, it feels more like a Punk Hazard or a Zo than it feels like a Dressrosa or a Wano. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why he maybe feels the pressure to hurry things along. But the cutaways have also been really interesting and cool. So, you know, a lot of good world building in this arc so far. So I'm digging it. I'm having fun. Egghead definitely peak. So it's all been really good since So. I wonder if Oda presented his ideas for how to write the traitor shit to his editors. They looked at it and said, it's shit. I mean, honestly, I liked the whodunit stuff. I didn't like that, like, we came back from cutting away to, like, the Reverie stuff and the Garp stuff, only to then just get to, like, oh, the Straw Hats have already resolved this whole whodunit situation. I thought that was kind of, like, I don't mind when Oda off-screens certain, like, fights, because sometimes, like, a fight, I don't always need to see a fight. Like, I'll just be honest with you. Like, sometimes I want to see a fight. Like, there were times in Wano where, like, I feel like Jack should have gotten more of a fight, and I feel like fucking Drake should have gotten more of a moment. But, you know, because, like, we'd been waiting for Drake shit, and, like, same with Apu, like, I feel like they should have actually gotten a real fight against those CP0 agents. Like, that was the perfect time to, like, have them do something cool and, like, interesting that would, like, lead to, like, larger stuff in the story. Oda just fucked up because, like, he, you know, he's a hack and, like, couldn't, like, balance out the things that he needed to get done in his own arc and had to, like, finish it before Film Red came out, you know? It was a true hackery, like, some bullshit. I'm still mad about that. Like, to me, like, those were the two biggest fumbles in that arc. Like, specifically, the Drake stuff. Like, Drake not getting a moment to shine against CP0, like, that shit writes itself. Like, I'm so upset that he fucked that shit up so badly. Like, I'm genuinely so disappointed. Like, still. Like, I'm genuinely... Like, bro, if there are any characters to give, like, time and attention to, it's the fucking worst generation. What are you thinking, Oda? What the fuck are you doing? Sorry, I'm still upset about that. That was just such hackery on such a unbelievable level. Anyway, fuck it. Who cares? Like, I don't like when Oda skips over things that, like, have, like, interesting things about them. And, like, the York stuff was actually really interesting and actually really cool. And, like, we don't know why she's, like, we kind of know, like, basically why she's betraying them, but, like, we don't really know why. Like, we don't know, like, the finer details. Maybe we'll get that, but it feels like we should have gotten that during the whodunit section. It feels like Oda skipped, like, what would have been a really interesting part of the arc to focus on other things that were happening elsewhere, which were really interesting, but, like, you sacrificed, like, the flow of your own arc, like, the current arc to do it. And, like, I get that there's other interesting things that are happening right now, but it's just, I don't know, man. It feels like a mistake. I don't approve of that change. That's my opinion. Feel free to disagree. It's all good. The zero emotional core for Punk Hazard definitely hurt it, even if it was really mostly a bridge arc. Yeah, I mean, there's the kids and, like, Nami and Chopper, like, kind of caring about the children and stuff. Like, that's fine. And, like, Luffy kind of caring about the weird, like, crocodile guy, I guess. Like, not the crocodile guy, but the brown beard or whatever. But that barely counted, you know? I think Punk Hazard's biggest strength is that, like, it showed that, like, you don't necessarily need to be, like, the strongest hockey user to defeat, like, hockey users. Like, Luffy getting beat by people who just, like, have tricky powers or, like, tricky people was, like, it was good to remind us that, like, even if you're stronger than someone like Caesar, you can still get bested by someone like Caesar or Monet just because they're tricky, you know? They're, like, Luffy is, like, someone who's, like, very straightforward, and he gets tripped up a lot by, like, tricky fighters. So that was actually kind of, like, a fun re-exploration of, like, yo, we gotta be serious, we gotta focus in and not get, like, it was kind of like post-time skip's Little Garden arc, in that, like, Mr. 3 was kind of like, sort of like Caesar pre-time skip in a way, in that he was, like, a tricky guy that had, you know, didn't fight fair and, like, didn't fight, like, in a straightforward way, so Luffy had a hard time with him. It was kind of like that. It was cool. I like Caesar. I know that might be a hot take. Reborn says, honestly, I think the reason why the traitor plot got off-screen is Oda wants to make the pacing much faster after the last slow-boiling arc. I understand that. Personally, like, I wouldn't do that, but I get it. But he skipped over so much stuff in Act 3 of Wano, too. So, like, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just, like, it feels like if there was ever a time to do a fun thing, like a whodunit, kind of like Among Us style storyline, like, this was the time to do it, and he flubbed it, you know? It's just a bummer. Like, it was something that I felt I was really excited for and had a lot of potential, and I don't know. I'm not a huge fan, but whatever. I'll get over it. Not a big deal. Really the same shit I criticized Whiskey Peak for. I mean, I like Whiskey Peak, but I feel ya, dude. Sometimes Oda puts more ideas on the page than he can actually fit into his story. I feel like Whiskey Peak was executed fairly well, all things considered. It definitely has its issues. You know, like Nami actually, like, betraying the crew again. It was, like, a betrayal of her character, and, like, Luffy and Zoro having, like, an actual fight was, like, really stupid, you know? And, like, just having, like, such a stupid misunderstanding was definitely, like, some fan service bullshit, but whatever, who cares? Alright, chapter time, guys. Chapter 1092, Tyrant Kuma's rampage through the Holy Land. I assume that means we're cutting away from Egghead. Great, Oda. Thanks for cutting away again, you motherfucker. I mean, don't get me wrong, the cutaways have been really interesting, and seeing Kuma rampage could be interesting. I'm just, you know, I want to see this fucking fight between Kizaru and Luffy, and, you know, Zoro and fucking Lucci. To me, that's way more interesting, so. Alright. Jinbei swimming with the aid of massive remoras that are trying to cozy up to him. What is a remora? I have no idea what this is. Remora. What is a remora? It's a fish. It's a big fish with a funny head. Okay. All right, cool. Interesting. Okay, cover. So that's the cover request. All right, chapter time. Okay, so flashback. One day ago at Mary Joyce, Kuma managed to climb all the way up. The invincible slave has returned. Soldiers, stop him. I forgot they called him the invincible slave. So now the knights, the gods' knights have captured him. He's too much. Huff, huff. So he's all fucked up. Kuma's looking all fucked up. He's trying to go somewhere. Huff. Is he looking for his daughter? Who knows? I think he is trying to get to Egghead. I think Kuma will make it to Egghead before the arc is over. I feel like that's what he's on his, like, because he was on that other island. They brought him to Kamabaka. He escaped Kamabaka. Well, you know, it's not like they were detaining him, but like he essentially, like they thought he was too fucked up to leave. He left and he hit the red line. So that's why he climbed the red line, because he bumped into it. It was blocking his way to wherever he's going. So Ursa's shock. So he uses his big bomb attack because he's a man on a fucking mission. Huff, huff. What do you think you're doing? Picking up where the Revolutionary Army left off? Question mark. Oh fuck, he's gonna fight a Kainu? The damage you've done here is unprecedented, Kuma. So he's really fucking shit up. Wow. I mean, even the Revolutionary Army, when they were attacking, they didn't like do this much damage because they came here to save him. So like they were trying to do like a rescue mission and like infiltrate and get information and stuff. They didn't actually like fuck shit up like this. But now Kuma is like actually fucking shit up. So maybe, does Akainu actually believe that the Revolutionary Army were here to like kill Tenryubito? Because we know that wasn't the case, right? But it seems he's like a true, Akainu at very least, it wouldn't surprise me if he's a true believer, you know? So he clearly thinks, it seems like he thinks that like the Revolutionary Army were there to like do some really nefarious shit, not just kidnap a slave, slash Shichibukai, whatever, a captive friend of theirs. He actually believes they were there to do some like real damage and they just failed, right? So the damage you've done here is unprecedented, Kuma. So he's actually there to fight. Wow. Akainu himself. That's pretty crazy. Fleet Admiral Sakazuki. Wah! Oh, so now Charlos? Is this Charlos? You miserable excuse for a guard. Is this Charlos or some other Celestial? I guess it's a bunch of Celestials. Akainu, I wanted lobster for dinner last night, and they told me it was out of stock. Shut the fuck up. I guess it's because the Revolutionary Army like destroyed the like food supply, or like destroyed like the pastures and vineyards and stuff of Marijoas to basically create like economic issues for what's it called? Oh, okay. So yeah. Sour says, I was complaining, Punk Hazard, to Whiskey Peak having no emotional core. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Punk, like Whiskey Peak is great. The emotional core, if anything, is like Vivi just being like desperate to, like finding out like Vivi's whole deal. Like that's the closest thing you could say to an emotional core in Whiskey Peak. But like, if I had to say like, what is Whiskey Peak like about thematically? Like, it would be hard for me to analyze that. Like, it's more about like, well, there's deception. You could argue deception's a theme of that arc, and like entrapment, and like everyone, like Vivi being someone who's deceiving somebody else. That's like an aspect of the an aspect of the deception of that arc. So yeah, I guess that's kind of interesting. That is kind of interesting now that I think about it. And like Zoro deceiving them into thinking that he's drunk, Nami deceiving them into thinking that he's drunk, Luffy being deceived by Zoro's deception, or by the deception of, you know, being stuck in the deception of everything, and like, and then even maybe Robin kind of sort of deceiving them into thinking that she's their enemy when she's actually helping them, trying to like assist them on their journey. I don't know, maybe there's more to Whiskey Peak than I thought. Maybe I need to like think about it more. Like, I would say it is a more surface level arc, but there's something there. Like, deception's an interesting theme that I hadn't really given much credence to, now that I think about it. But whatever, who knows? We're not talking about Whiskey Peak here, so we can get into it at a different time. The Revo Army is blockading. Right, the Revo Army basically has enacted sanctions on the world government to pressure them into, into an issue. He's basically trying to, like, you know, put the pressure on the world government, and specifically the Celestial Dragons. Sabo and his gang destroyed, like, their food supplies and is blockading them, making it hard for them to receive food. Right, I remember this now. Thank you. That's what I was trying to explain, because I did remember that. I just hadn't thought about it in a while. Excuse me. All right. This has never happened before. How could you let the food supply of Mary Joyce dwindle? So they're yelling at Sakazuki, even though it's not his fault. Never mind that. You've allowed someone to hurt us. Hurry and defeat Kuma, the tyrant, execute that lowly slave. I feel like, are we building up to some, like, Akainu, like, switching sides? Or, like, killing the Celestial Dragons just for being such motherfuckers to him and demanding so much of him, despite him giving his entire life and soul to the cause? You know, being a true believer? That'd be interesting. Well, Kuma, huff, huff, bzz, bzz. If we can't control you, this is it. We can't allow dangerous men like you to run wild. Your personality was supposed to have been erased years ago. Where in the world, huff, huff, could a walking corpse like you have got to? And he attacks, Hellhound! Does he knock off a piece of his face? It looks like he does, shit. And he's bleeding. Seems you do still have blood pumping in those veins. Interesting. Kuma versus Akainu is not something I was expecting to see this chapter, but this is pretty hype. So Akainu is pretty much like an admiral level guy in and of himself. Like, he's super strong. Hold it, Kuma! And he's blasting all these fucking fire punches at him. Fire cannons. Kuma's fucking on fire. He's all fucked up. Huff, huff. Pew! Pop! Blasts himself away. Okay, and now we see Akainu, and he's pissed that Kuma got away. Damn. And now we get a flashback to when Akainu retrieved Bonnie. This was before the time skip. This is after, because Blackbeard captured Bonnie. We don't know from where, but assumedly from somewhere during the, like, near the, what's it called? Near the conflict at Marineford, right? Because that's where she was. Maybe to get information on her father back then. Who knows exactly why it was. But they left her tied up and let Akainu capture her. As far as we know, right? That's the last we saw of her before the time skip. She was captured by Akainu, presumably, after Blackbeard had detained her. And propositioned her with sex. And having her join as his woman, as his concubine. It doesn't matter how much you cry about it, Kuma's consciousness will never return. He volunteered to be reborn as a weapon. Okay, so this is something we didn't see, this conversation between these two. Cry about it, Kuma's consciousness will never return. He volunteered to be reborn as a weapon. Reborn? Where are you, bro? Name drop of Reborn in One Piece? Holy shit. Okay. Sour Lemon says, you can read into Whiskey Peak, but most of what you read is really just a microcosm of the Alabasta saga, if you ask me. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's definitely an introduction to that saga at large. So you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Rather than it being genuinely emotionally gripping or having character development. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the Zoro versus, like, 100 bounty hunters is pretty hype. But, like, yeah, you're not wrong. It is mostly like a spectacle arc, like kind of introducing the conflict of Alabasta. You're not wrong about that. You could argue that there are, I don't know, like I don't think it's trying to make a grand statement like some of the other arcs are, like kind of, you know, that are more like kind of narratively focused. It does feel like more of like an introduction to a larger conflict. I would agree with that. Oh God. Sour says, Blackbeard capturing her is actually way worse than assault in retrospect of later stuff. Uh-oh. I guess we'll get there. I mean, Blackbeard is a fucking creepy sex pest, so yeah. He's also a great character, but I mean, he's basically the real life Blackbeard, which was also, you know, a fucking rape, pillaged man, so, you know. Yeah, pretty bad. Liar, he'd never offer himself up. He'd never leave me behind. Akainu, where did Kuma go? You let him escape and you have the gall to call yourself Fleet Admiral? Where could you be going? So we know he's going to Egghead. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense. You've lost your will, your mind, everything. You're just a damn puppet now. I mean, it seems like he still has the will to survive and the will to meet his daughter again, so holy shit. I mean, Kuma's a great character. Like, I don't even know everything I'm supposed to know about him yet. But he's already, like, super compelling. Like, one of the most mysterious characters, but also one of the most interesting characters in the series, by far. I'm so excited to, like, learn more about his backstory. I'm truly, truly excited for that. And we're back to Egghead. Egghead, New World. Growl! Destroy the weaponized sea beasts. Okay. So these guys are getting all fucked up. The ships are also getting fucked up. The Pacifista are blasting these guys into the sea. They're sinking to the bottom. They're all fucked. We've made landfall at the Fabrio Stratum. Proceed with the occupation of the island. So now the Marines are occupying the island. They've made landfall. Admiral Kizaru has gone ahead to infiltrate the Labostratum above the clouds. But he's fighting Gear 4 Luffy? Oh shit, okay. So he didn't resort to Gear 5 right off the bat. That's cool. I like that he started with Gear 4. It's clear you really are the man who took down Kaido. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Is he in Snake Man? I mean, Snake Man is a good form for taking on Kizaru, because Kizaru's fast. He might have, like, future sight or something. But this is sick. This is so fucking cool. So we got Kizaru. He's fighting Snake Man Luffy. You're a tough one, and yet I have to wonder why a pirate like you would want to protect Vegapunk. Wow, I mean, why wouldn't he? Vegapunk is an awesome like, why would the government want to protect Vegapunk? Because he's, like, a really interesting person who has, like, a ton of resources at his disposal and, like, can build anything. Like, if you can imagine it, he can probably build it. It seems like, you know, a pretty good guy to have around. Right back at ya. So, you know, Luffy's sweating a little bit, but he's doing all right. Why do you want to kill Apple Gramps? So he's shooting all these fists at him. This is cool. It's cool to see Luffy actually, like, fighting an admiral, like, fairly evenly, to be honest. Wants. So, clearly he doesn't want to, but he disappears. Fuck. And Luffy's attack misses. Biffs it. This is interesting. This is cool. I like that it's Gear 4 Snake Man that is fighting against, what's it called? Kizaru. Because Gear 4 Snake Man is meant to be, like, the fastest one. It's, like, basically, like, supposed to kind of catch, like, future sight users off guard. So, definitely makes a lot of sense as it would be used in this instance. Sour says, it's interesting because you want to know what would cause a revolutionary leader to give up his free will and let his body become a template for android weapons. Yeah, it's so mysterious and so, like, compelling. Like, it really, and, like, he was also a king of a country, but also a slave in his younger years. Like, his story is so contradictory on its surface that it makes you so curious as to what it could be leading to. It's very interesting. Huh? Pant? What? How far did he fly? So he flew up. So Luffy can tell where he went, but he, like, it's not like I want to kill him. I've known Vegapunk for a long time, you know? Now please, don't get in the way. After all, acceleration is power. So he's accelerating. Oh, fuck. And he's about to kick Luffy a million miles away. Wah! Fucking kicks his ass. Because this guy's the speed of light. So he, like, sped back, and now he speeds forward. This is going to be really sick in the anime. I'm actually really excited for this. Now, please, don't get in the way. After all, acceleration is power. Boom, 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 and he fucking kicks his ass all the way off the island. Kicks him right through. Jesus Christ. Kicks Luffy right through the fucking giant robot. Rip Ricky Ricardo. We barely knew you, buddy. Vega Force 01 is finally finished. The giant robot mankind has always dreamed of. Oh, fuck. So even he remembers that Vega Force 01 was built as this, like, cool... So, like, Vegapunk was so excited about Vega Force 01, and he's so disappointed now that it's been fucking destroyed. I mean, maybe it's still powerful, because it has a jetpack on it. So maybe it's still powerful enough to fly, because it was only cut in half. So I guess we'll see. Wah! Oh, that sucks. And he kicks him into the outer dome. Gwa! Luffy! So these guys are going to save him, Bonnie and Frankie. Or maybe they're just falling to their deaths, who knows. Yeah, Fwump! Huff, huff! Frankie, Bonnie, run! Lilith! Vigor Force 01 is going to explode. Kya! Oh, so everything gets blown up. Oh, dude, that sucks. That was such a cool robot, man. Damn it, the O1 was our dream robot. Yeah, that is I liked Vega Force 01. I wish we got to see more of it before it got fucking blown to smithereens. I'm not letting this, I mean, it shows how powerful Kizaru is. Like, they are doing a good job of building Kizaru up as a real powerhouse, so I'm not letting this slide. Is this Sunny all right? Straw Hat got blown away. Kizaru, you scum, says Frankie. You got quite a bit taller, Bonnie. Kids these days sure do grow fast. I wonder if she's actually much younger than she makes herself look. Because she does have the power to, like, change her appearance, you know, her age, essentially. I'm here on orders to eliminate Dr. Vegapunk. You have it out for him, right? Don't get in the way. Uh-oh. Here she goes. Let's just say I realize that the person I should be targeting is someone else. Timely thrust. So she uses timely thrust on him. Is she holding a robot arm? But he dodges. Whoops! Timely thrust. It seems like she was using a robot arm to punch him. Like she's holding an arm. Or some sort of weapon. Please don't make me hurt more old friends than I have to for this mission. So does she consider... I mean, Bonnie looks fucking great. God damn. But she might be a kid, so maybe I should stop simping. Please don't make me hurt more old friends than I have to for this mission. So Kizaru's an interesting guy. So he kicks her away lightly. I mean, Bonnie's so cute with the fucking eye ring, though. God, she's fucking fine, dude. So many hot girls in this arc. God damn. Wah! So he kicks her away, but not too hard. Watch out, he's behind you. Kya! Bwee bwee! Bonnie! Kizaru, you bastard, take this! Radical! What? Where'd he go? He disappeared. Oh no, the Stella's in danger. Hey, control room, ring, clack clack, Usopp. Uh-oh. Labostratum, control room. Everything okay, Frankie? We just heard a huge bang. So Usopp's talking to Frankie. Eureka, we've cracked the code. So they finally cracked it. Really? Take that, York. Huh? You bastards did it? Damn geniuses. I mean, they probably all have the same, like, passwords in mind, so it would only take them so long. Frankie-kun, we can disable the barrier. Has the Vega Force 01 carried your ship to the back of the island? No, Your escape plan has failed, Vegapunk. Oh, fuck, he's here. I'm afraid your dream robot is far out of reach after what I did to it. Oh, fuck, okay. Oh, shit! Here comes Gear 5 Luffy, baby! Yeah, Kizaru! So Kizaru's right there. When did you? Yeah, we're done for! Please understand. Please understand. This isn't an easy mission for me, and I don't want to drag it out. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Huh? Boom! Yeah, that hurt! Ah, yeah. Man, it really burns. Oh, shit. What? So he sees giant Luffy. Luffy Giganto. Giganto Mano. Giganto Pistol. So Luffy comes in. He grabs Kizaru. He's going to throw that man all the way away. Luffy's in Gear 5. Kizaru, you fucked up, bro. There you are. This is... You have some nerve knocking me all the way down there. I had to cross that barrier twice. I thought it was going to kill me. Oh, fuck. The robot. The old giant robot from the Void Century, the one that attacked Mary Joa, is waking up? Whoa, that's actually fucking hype. Okay. What triggered it, though? Was it Luffy transforming into Nika? Is that what triggered this, giant, ancient robot? Whoa, doom da 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 da, doom da 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 da. An uncanny glint in its eyes. Boom. Oh, fuck. We got the ancient technology, bros. Oh my god, that's so hype. Man, this is good shit. This is good shit right here, dude. I like this. Okay, we're in for some hype shit, man. Honestly, this has been a fun chapter. Good stuff. And now we're getting the ancient robot, but what awakened it? It must have been Luffy. It must have been Luffy's transformation. It must have been, right? Like, I can't think of anything else that would have done it. I don't know. Let's see what y'all have to say. Let me see. Blackbeard capturing her. Okay, I read that. It's interesting because you want to know... Oh, I've read that part, yep. There are so many conflicting elements up to this point, and the resolution is so incredible. Dude, you're making me fucking wet, brother. There are so many conflicting... yeah. I want Kizaru to apologize and resign in tears and shame once the fighting is over. He deserves this pain for strictly following orders, but he clearly has regret and despair that he is forcing down. Yeah, clearly he does. It's an interesting characterization of Kizaru, but we always knew he was like, he could be a cold person. Like, he's a cold person who, like, can bury his feelings to do his job. Like, that's the type of person he is. He's not like Kuzan, whose heart will get the better of him most of the time, you know? And he'll mostly follow his heart in most instances, you know? I do want him to be a better person. That's fair, that's fair. Shit, bros, this chapter was fucking wild. I mean, now that Luffy's in Gear 5, I think he's gonna body Kizaru. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Alright, guys, thank you for your patience. Appreciate you sticking around. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the third chapter of our little binge here. We're doing chapter 1093, Luffy versus Kizaru. Oh shit. Like an actual, like, title chapter. An admiral versus an emperor, man. This is like the first... I mean, you know, we've seen admirals versus emperors before with the Whitebeard War stuff, but this is pretty hype. This is pretty hype. If it ends up being like an actual, like, dedicated 1v1 between these two, that's gonna be fucking huge, man. That's actually fucking hype as shit. I'm excited. This is gonna be good stuff. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, Luffy versus Kizaru. We got a cover page. And it's Kobe and Helmeppo, looking cute, playing with little monkeys. Cover request by Black Bean. Tarsier brothers steal Kobe and Helmeppo's glasses. I get it, okay. That's cute, that's funny. Now they're acting like them too. I like it, I like it, good stuff. Sarah says, at least he's better than Akainu who doesn't have feelings. I mean, I think Akainu, I like Akainu as a character. You know, he's like an interesting character in the setting. You need like a dogmatic dog of the military type of, you know, character. And like making him so powerful and so dangerous and so driven by his like personal, you know, justice, his like absolute justice. It makes him like a really interesting force in the story. But he is, you know, all these characters are interesting in their own way. All right, so Luffy is gigantic. And he looks great. He looks super cute, super funny. She. Luffy, free as can be. Yes, he's the freest boy in the world. Well, this is a pickle. Hey now. Whoa! So he's spinning his ass around, fucking, woo, about to fling that guy, motherfucker, out into the space. Be gentle. With me. With me. Wham! Pitches that motherfucker. Sends him flying, sends him absolutely packing into space. Ah, yeah. He went flying. We should use this chance to get out of here. Yeah, leave Kizaru to Luffy. Where are you going, Atlas? To the lower stratum. I'm going to override the pacifista's current objectives. Hell yeah. Nice. Smart move. God, at least someone is thinking. Atlas, thank God for being a good person. Ego, Ape D, Ruffy might be funny. Yes, he is so funny. Ruffy is the funniest boy, but jury's still out on that. Yeah, he's a little funny. He's a little funny. He's a bit of a silly guy, you know? I would say he's kind of silly. But hey, you know, to each their own. Finally, Atlas doing something, or one of the Vegapunks doing something smart. Thank God. If I don't, we'll be fired by their lasers the second we drop the barrier. That's a good point. Thank God. Like, one Vegapunk has to sacrifice themselves in order to save everybody else. Thank God. I think someone is using their noodle here. Ego, he doesn't know. No, I haven't read any of this shit, man. I haven't read One Piece since July. So, yeah, this is all, like, fresh to me. I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. Yeah, if you want to see someone react fresh to this stuff, you're in the right place. All right. Good thinking. Whoever controls the pacifista will win this fight. Yep. And no one on the island has a higher command authority status than us Vegapunks. Except for Saturn, of course. Just a second, Atlas. I'm coming with you. Huh? You think we're gonna let you go, old-timer? Is that Usopp saying that? The whole point is to keep you alive. I know, it's just... Frankie-kun, come in. It seems Bonnie was knocked down to the lower stratum. Can you confirm? She survived. That great Kizaru kicked her... That's great. Kizaru kicked her face first into the barrier and... Oh, so he actually kicked her into the barrier. I didn't realize that. I thought he kind of like lightly kicked her. Because I guess they have history. How could a strapping young lad like you let that happen to her? My bad. I'll go help her right away. Ah, but the barrier's still up. Hey, this is Sanji. I want in on this Bonnie rescue mission. Sounds about right. Sounds about right, Sanji. At least his character is consistent. I do like his outfit. I like his fucking Hawaiian shirt and Jinbei's Hawaiian shirt. They're looking good. They're good-looking boys right here. Second floor, building A. Vegapunk, I've got everything you asked me to bring aboard. I'll head back to the exit. Let's all rendezvous there. Yeah, where's Jinbei and Sanji at? Meanwhile, on the Fabrio stratum down below. Gya! Stay away from the city center. Jewelry Bonnie must be close by. Oh, she's turning everyone into young babies and old men. Be on your guard. She could be hiding anywhere. Oh, Flip! I like that the baby says, oh, Flip, because he can't curse because he's just a little baby bitch. And these guys are like, oh, Flip, my fucking joints, my fucking hip flexors, my fucking hip replacements. These old geezers using their guns as fucking canes. Oh, and the swords as canes. That's actually so funny. If you're careless, she'll age warp you. Son of a... Where did that whippersnapper run off to? They even talk old when they get old. I love that. Huff, huff. Okay, so she's kind of fucked up, which is understandable. Damn it. Blast her to bits. We spotted Sentomaru. He's been burned to a crisp. Sentomaru. Does she care about Sentomaru? I don't know. Kya! So she got this is, well, a flashback to what happened to her. She got blasted away, hit the fucking barrier, sent down, so she got pretty fucked up, but she's, you know, she's a tough chick, so she survived. And Sentomaru picked her up. Ah! Sentomaru! Huff, huff. Bonnie, get out of here. The Marines are coming. Wow, this guy's fucking kind of badass. Like, Sentomaru's really turning shit around here. Young babies and old men, truly the One Piece readers. Oh, good one, Echo. You're the best, buddy. It's good to see you, bud. It's good to see you. Thank you for that comment. All right. Sentomaru truly being badass, despite how easily wrecked by Lucci he was earlier in the arc. Sentomaru, what should I do? Can I hide until the heat dies down? Yeah, she's got to get the fuzz off her, you know? But yeah. Labostratum, ahahaha. Oh, Zoro, you guys are really going at it down there. Oh, Zoro, you guys are really going at it down there. Gachin, Gin, need a hand? Okay, so Zoro is fighting Lucci, and this is fucking, wow, okay, so it's Zoro versus the Lucci that, the awakened Lucci. You just focus on Kizaru, pants. This is kind of cool, Lucci versus, Zoro, you know? It's kind of hype, actually. I feel like that's a pretty evenly matched fight based on what we've seen. I mean, like, Lucci, like, if it was during Water 7, Lucci would have fucked him up, I think. But, like, honestly here, like, it's anyone's guess. Like, I don't know who would win this. Like, Lucci was actually, like, he got whooped by Luffy in Gear 5, but Luffy was in Gear 5, so, like, you know, it's not too surprising that he would get, like, bodied by him, you know? But, like, he did his best. Like, he did all right. Like, he was able to, you know, hold his own for at least a little bit. But yeah, Sentomaru has always been a G. We actually never knew, but he's just a good and cool guy. I always thought he was cool. Like, I always kind of liked his design, and I always thought he was, like, kind of, like, an interesting and, like, neat character, you know? Like, he was always, like, kind of stood out in a way, you know, just because of his design and, like, his, sort of, like, his, candor and stuff, and, like, his, the way he holds himself. But, like, I don't know. I guess when he got bodied by Lucci in like 2 seconds flat, I was like, oh, I guess this guy just has been like outclassed. But I guess Lucci's being like I guess I just thought Lucci was weaker than he is. And like Lucci's actually really strong. This is the best he's got. It shouldn't fall to the captain to handle him. Nice. Is that so? Then I suppose the head of an emperor's number 2 is still a decent consolation prize. Gotcha. So he's actually trying to take out Zoro. Okay, so this guy's flying at this rate. So he's like, at this rate, I'm going to take a dip in the ocean. So he shifts his weight and fires lasers. Yasakani no Magatama. He starts firing all these lasers. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, Kizaru's cool as a cucumber, despite getting fucking tossed. It's pretty fucking cool. So he's transforming into light, and he's going to beam himself back up. And probably explode in Luffy's face. So Luffy's looking out. This is pretty fucking cool, actually. This is a really cool, like... See, these are powers that are, like, have interesting dynamics with each other. This is actually really exciting. Ego says, I think Zoro Lucci is a clear Zoro win. I would agree, but I don't know, man. Lucci's proving that he's like a fucking contender right now. Like, he took on Gear 5 Luffy somehow. Like, got you know, pretty easily handled, but like, still, like, you know, Luffy was styling on him, but like, I don't know. Like, he did like okay. And like, I didn't expect him to be like this strong post-time skip, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew he'd get stronger, but I didn't expect him to be like quite as like formidable as he is. Like, I figured like Zoro would pretty handily beat his ass. But it seems like Zoro's having a tough time with him, you know? Or it seems to be. Actually, I guess Zoro looks alright. He's not like... He's struggling, but he's not like... They're both having a hard time. Pant. And Zoro hasn't even put his bandana on, so we know he's all good, you know? And his swords aren't even on fire yet, so we know he's fine. I think Zoro Lucci is a clear win. As I recall, Zoro isn't using 3 swords here. He is using 3 swords. See, 1, 2, 3, he's got 3. And they're hockeyed up, but they aren't... actually, no, he does have fire on his sword, so he might be going all out. I don't know. But Lucci, I mean, Lucci he's impressive. He's got an impressive showing here. Proving that CP0 aren't all scrubs. Good for him. Lucci is really strong, yeah. But so are our guys at this point. That's true. Lucci seems to have gotten stronger, but not as rapidly as the Straw Hats. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty close, dude. It's like... I thought he would be, like, you know, hardcore scrubbed by these dudes. But, like, both him and Kaku have put up an impressive display. I can't knock it, you know. These guys are... I did not expect Lucci to be, like, anywhere near this level. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, the fact that he took out Sentomaru as quickly as he did, when even Kizaru, who was probably taking it easy, because he has, like, an emotional connection with Sentomaru, but, like, even Kizaru had to, like, exchange some blows before he could beat Sentomaru. And, yes, I understand, he probably was taking it easy. So, it's understandable, but whatever. But anyway, okay, let's get back into the fight here. Oh shit, there's like clones of him? What the? I mean, honestly, this is awesome. Like, this is a really cool expression of this power. And it's like, and he's light, so he's like, it's kind of like a, this reminds me of Pito. Not Pito. Who's that character from Hunter x Hunter who can like, make like, he's like one of the Chimera Ant, like royal guards or whatever. And he can make like a bunch of like clones of himself or like split himself into different pieces. Like, this is really cool. Like, this is honestly like, Kaido's powers were fine, but like, this is like way more interesting. Like, already, this is like such a much more, and like even Luffy's like, what the fuck? I mean, Kizaru's powers are so neat. Ame no Murakumo. So he's got the last 3 of Imperial Regalia of Japan. Last of the 3 Imperial Regalia of Japan. So he's got a fucking light sword. He used this against Rayleigh. Whoa! So Luffy dodges. Luffy's trying to fucking dodge and kick his ass. That hurt! Gum! Booming Dawn Whip! So he fucking does his Dawn, his D whip. Whipping his D around. Woo! Whipping his D over his shoulder, you know, like we do. Like us big dick boys do. True, but doesn't Zoro always struggle, but then suddenly one-tap his opponents? I mean, I guess so, sure. Yeah, Kizaru is so cool. Shiapoof, yes, that's the name. Thank you, Ego. Is who you're thinking of. Thank you for the correction. Ego is one of our most valuable contributors here on the ChipZ Ahoy One Piece discussion reaction streams that we do here. Thank you for the insight, my anime friend. All right. More Holo ghosts? Wait, Holo? Where's that from? Luffy seems to be conflating the holograms he encountered in chapter 1062 and Perona's fruit power. Okay. 1062, I'm trying to remember. What was 1062? I don't remember what 1062 is. Should I look that up? Fuck it, why not? All right, 1062. Let's see what he's talking about. I'm actually genuinely curious. I do not recall. I know Perona's powers, of course. Oh, wait a second. I think I know what he's talking about. I mean, Lilith looks great here with the cool jacket and stuff. I might need a jacket to that later. No, I'm joking. Okay. Oh, is this the Holo ghost is the food, right? There's food and people that are holograms, right? Oh, I get it. Okay, I understand. Booming Dawn Whip. Okay, so he's running away. All these Kizaru ghosts are following him. He can't get rid of the ghost, but they're still able to hurt him, and he doesn't know which one is which, I guess. Gotcha, Gum. Oh, he does know which one is the real one. Oh no, he got them to all be in a line so he could take them out at once. Booming Dawn Stamp! Nice. Okay, so he was able to kick through all of them. Did I take out the real one too? Kya! No way, he's back there. Oh shit. Kya, he got me. So he does the eye bulge thing. I love like the, you know, the foxtrot style, like eyes bulging out of the head that comes from the Nika powers. I do gotta say, Nika is really growing on me. It's just fun to watch. It's just like, it's really entertaining. Feels very like classic comic. I love the the tongue sticking out. It really reminds me, like when I was younger, I used to read the Foxtrot comics. And I don't know why, but like this style of like kind of like comic book like eyes bulging out and like, you know, fucking tongue sticking out real wide. It just reminds me of like the art style of Foxtrot. I don't know if you guys ever read Foxtrot. It was like it was like a less popular Calvin and Hobbes. Like I also read a lot of Calvin and Hobbes growing up, but Foxtrot was like kind of like I would go to the library as a kid. Like at my elementary school, we would just take trips to our local library. I went to like kind of like a small school, so we would just do that for my entire class. And I would just read Foxtrot all day, and it was so much fun, man. I should like just read. I should read more Foxtrot. Like it was genuinely good, genuinely really fun, and like this art style really is like reminiscent of that in a cool way. Kya, he got me. Gua Luffy. How strange. Vegapunk's not here. So they got rid of Vegapunk, and we got Brook, you know, Nami, and Usopp about to deal with Kizaru. Huh? So the Vegapunks flew away with Sanji. Interesting. Okay. And Luffy noticed? Hold on, let me in, Vegapunk. What's gotten into you? You look like you're gonna burst a blood vessel. You no good marine brigands. Don't you dare lay a finger on her. So wait, are they going to rescue Bonnie? Hang on, Bonnie, I'm coming. I'll be damned if I stand by while a little girl gets murdered. So she's a little girl? Is she actually like a little girl or is she an adult? Like, I'm just not sure. I just don't know, you know? I'm not sure what to think about that. Like, should I be simping over Bonnie or shouldn't I? Somebody let me know if it's, like, acceptable to do that. Should I find her hot or should I just, like, not find her hot at all? Okay, somebody please tell me. No, don't tell me, actually. I want to find out for myself. I don't want to be spoiled anything. But there's been a lot of hints this chapter that she's still a child, which makes me, like, very uncomfortable in finding her attractive. But whatever. We'll deal with that when the time comes. We'll make our apologies. We'll make our public statements. And we will apologize for Oda fucking pulling the wool over our eyes once again with this stuff. It's like the same stuff that happened with Pudding. Although Pudding was more like cute than like I guess, hot or sexy. So there's a little. I didn't like. I enjoyed Pudding as a character. I wasn't really like fucking, you know, like going rabid over Pudding. You know what I'm saying? I'll be damned if I stand by where a little girl gets murdered. Apple Gramps, don't go down. You're gonna get yourself killed. And where do you think you're going, Vegapunk? Of course, Luffy's gonna get in the way. Whoop! Wow, my eyes, it's so hot! So he actually caught the light. Interesting. I'm tagging along, so Frankie's also tagging along. Lilith, use General Frankie to get the ship out of danger. Okie dokie. So General Frankie can get the ship out. General Frankie's that strong that it can get the ship out of danger? Okay. Egghead Port. Urgent update. Dr. Vegapunk is attempting to leave the Labostratum and head down. Standing by to deactivate the Frontier Dome. We can reseal it in a jiffy right after they pass. So this is which guy? All Pacifista units, come in, quick. This is an override command from Vegapunk. Your new mission is to eradicate every last Marine on the islands. Are the tides about to turn? But that's why Saturn's here, because his permissions are even higher than the Vegapunk. So, oh my god. So they did a loudspeaker. Atlas did a loudspeaker to the thing. So he might be able to, Saturn might be able to do a loudspeaker thing as well. So, interesting. Interesting. Okay. I think I have it in me to read one more chapter. So I think we're gonna do that. But yeah, things are fucking heating up, man. Luffy versus Kizaru. Kizaru's about to shoot them down. Luffy gets in the way, and he fucking starts glowing. Interesting. Okay. Wow, my eyes, it's so hot. And he starts glowing. What is even happening? He's starting to like glow. He's like the sun. Truly the sun god Nika over here. So did he swallow the power? I'm very confused. Oh, he swallowed a beam of light from Kizaru, and it's super hot. Interesting. Okay, I'm not sure what's... Maybe they'll explain it more in the next chapter. I don't fucking know, man. Honestly, I'm glad that I'm reading these, like, in bulk, as opposed to, like, one at a time. It's actually, like, because I feel like these are so fight-heavy and hectic that there would be not as much to talk about if I were reading them one at a time, you know? But I think I have one more chapter in me, so let's do chapter 1094 as well. Let me just read some comments before we move over to the next one. This is cool. This is a cool cover page. I didn't realize Luffy was naked, or shirtless at least, but I guess it's understandable. Let's see. What did I miss? Sour Lemon says, I unironically got told a story this weekend about my great-grandmother having to sling her breasts over her shoulders in her old age because they were so saggy and deflated. Cool, bro. I get what you were trying to say. I get you were trying to make an analogy to me doing the dick sling, but man, I did not need to know that. I did not need that mental image. Thank you for that, buddy. Because Perona is goated. Perona is goated. Sour Lemon has a great grandma with massive titties. Massive saggy grandma titties. Yes, he does. Holy shit, bros. She was a short stack egg. How will this affect LeBron's legacy? I mean, that's a good question. Her size was magnified by her short stature. I feel that the Gear 5 power set was always where Oda wanted Luffy to end up. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that makes sense. It's genuinely so great. It really is a lot of fun. Like, it really is a lot of fun, and like, I don't know. I feel like it's just a good time. It's just a good time. You know, I've gotten past like the initial like, oh, maybe he could have handled like the introduction of these powers better. And I'm just like having fun and like enjoying watching the powers themselves, you know? It's just interesting to watch. I feel that Gear 5, it's genuinely so great. Pudding was 16, which is legal in a lot of places. Yeah, legal in Norway. I'm not in Norway, but yeah, I appreciate you trying to make it okay, buddy. I'm not I'm not telling you her age. Thank you, Sour Lemon. General Frankie is simply goated. I guess so. General Frankie is that guy. Okay. Fuck yeah. One more chapter, guys. We got one more chapter in us. Let's do it. Luffy vs. Kizaru, baby. Let's go. We got Kizaru and Luffy on the cover of Shonen Jump in the week that this came out. And we got a interesting cover spread. So we got Ryuma. This is all samurai. So we got so we got Zoro looking pretty based, pretty swollen, fucking sick. We got Ryuma. We got a red-haired guy. Do we know who this red-haired guy is? I don't know. We got a dragon, which is Momo, maybe? We got Zoro's teacher. We got the guy who did Zoro's swords, Shimotsuki Kozaburo, I guess? These are all Shimotsuki guys. So we got Kuina as an adult Kuina. Or maybe is that young Kuina or adult Kuina? It looks like an aged-up Kuina. Interesting. We got this guy, the blue-haired guy, who is Yasue. Okay. We got the fox. So these are all people related to Zoro. O3, Sensei's Soaring Jikoku Dragon. I mean, this is a really cool cover spread. And we got this guy who's like Zoro's ancestor from Wano. He was the daimyo who befriended Yamato? Kaido's son / daughter. Kaido's child. Yamato, I forget. Yamato, right? There's an adaptation of Oda's one-shot slated to release, if you didn't know. Oh, that's fun. That's cool. Yeah, I actually have heard about that. Okay, this is pretty slick, actually. This is a cool cover spread. Okay, chapter 1094, Saint J. Garcia Saturn of the Five Elders, the Defense Science Warrior God. Oh, right, he's the Defense Science Warrior God. So he has... Is he a scientist? Is he a defense scientist? Is he gonna plus that robot that was supposed to awaken a couple chapters ago. What the fuck happened with that? Are we gonna find... Is that gonna become a presence in this chapter? Who fucking knows, man? Does it obey Luffy's command because he's the Nika boy? Because he's the fucking Joy Boy of Legend or whatever? Fuck, I guess we'll find out. Monsters, yeah. The pre-One Piece manga Monster. Yeah, I've read Monster. The one with Ryuma. That's awesome. It's a cool chapter. I wonder what it'll look like when it's animated. It should be pretty cool. By the way, have you guys been watching Bleach? Like the 1,000 Year Blood War anime? That shit's fucking tight as hell. That shit's so good. Super cool. Better than the manga was, for sure. I'm pretty Bleach pilled right now. A bit. Yeah, it's good shit, man. You should check it out if you haven't already. Like, it's really well... It's, like, honestly better than the manga. It's just, like, a really great adaptation, in my opinion. Bleach does always look great. It does always look great, but, like, I think just, like, it's given me sort of, like, a new... Like, it's given me, like, a new appreciation for Bleach, you know? Not that I ever, like, really stopped liking Bleach. I think I just, like... I kind of got away from it for a while when I started One Piece, and now, like, that... You know, the 1,000 Year Blood War's coming out, like... Man, like, all it took was just, like, them, like, really, like, giving it the gas that it needed, and, like, sort of, like, the time that it needed, and, like, they've given a lot of characters, like, more stuff, and, like, you know, even, like, given, like, some stuff, like, they've added stuff, like, Kubo's, like, directly involved, and he's, like, just adding things that he wanted to add to the manga, but just, like, couldn't at the time, essentially, or maybe, like, in hindsight, wanted to improve upon, and like it's good shit. It's pretty sweet. But like, I'm not a Bleach guy at all. I'm on the Fire Force shit. Nice. Bleach does not make me tight. I mean, Bleach makes me wet. So the one Bleach OST just elevates it so much. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I really like. I was into Bleach before I was into like One Piece. I was into Naruto before either of them. But then like I got into Bleach, I think in high school, and then I got into like One Piece towards the end of high school. And I kind of like dropped Bleach for a little bit. I did end up finishing the manga eventually, but like I remember not being super into it. But like just the way they've like presented things in the anime has just made me like given me so much more appreciation for the entire series. Like it really is just like it is more of like a style. There's substance to it, but definitely like leans into like if you like stylish like cool shit and like kind of like more like contained, like every episode feels like it's kind of like a movie in a way, like of the at least core 2 of 1,000 Year Blood War. I don't know. It just like I'm just like, oh shit, like this is if this is what Kubo like had in mind for like the way he wanted this stuff to come across, like this shit is actually goated. It's actually super good. Like, because I didn't really like the final arc when I read it, but like watching it, I'm like, oh shit, no, this is actually fucking lit. This is so good. So yeah, I'm really excited for Core 3. Next year, baby. We got good stuff coming. I generally shun shonen, especially shonen anime. That's fair, Sour, I understand. I generally do too these days, but like I have a soft spot for the big three, man, you know? Which may make me overlook some stuff, but like, I don't know, man. I feel like Bleach has like more to it than people give it credit for. I'm not saying it's like the deepest thing ever, but like, I don't know. It's just interesting. Like there's just interesting stuff that the powers are interesting, the power sets are interesting, like how much style and like I guess like I don't know. They just Kubo does interesting stuff. Like he explores things in different ways than other mangaka do, and like you could argue maybe it's too fight focused, and I would maybe agree with that. But there's like good stuff in there, you know. It's like it is interesting. It is cool once you get into it. And maybe it's just like it appeals to like my more like kind of aesthetic, like this, like I really like aesthetic things. Like I love like Hayao Miyazaki films, partially because just like I think they're like incredibly well made, like cinema essentially. And like Bleach, like Thousand Year Blood War is like just cinema. It's just really good cinema. Like, you know, just like in like episodic TV show format. But like each episode, at least for a while, was feeling like it was giving like each character like a bit of like an arc and like some time to shine, and telling like these unique like interesting stories that were all adaptations from the manga, but just like done in such an interesting way. I'm like, oh, like this is probably like what he had in mind when he was making this, because Kubo is very much like someone who thinks in a more cinematic way. He's thinking about like how things will look in like kind of like a, you know, like kind of like Western style, like samurai movie type of way. And like I think in the manga it's hard for that to come across, but in like the anime, it really, like, at least it feels like whoever's doing the adaptation for Thousand Year Blood War like really got that like this is what Kubo was going for. Plus Kubo in himself is involved in the writing of the and probably the direction of the new series, you know. That's what I've heard anyway. So it's cool. It's neat. If you have any interest in Bleach and you haven't watched it, it's pretty hype. I would recommend. And I'm just saying Bankai always makes me hyped. Yeah, Bankai makes me come every time. I must admit that. Yeah, yeah, dude. I scream Bankai whenever I come. it's a habit, bro. One Piece thankfully feels very different than most shonen, which have all given me the same impression. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't know, man. I think different things have different values, you know? Like, One Piece and Bleach are far from being anywhere near the same, but I do think Bleach is still, like, interesting. But that's just me. I also like Naruto a lot as well, and I like Hunter x Hunter. I like, I don't know. There's a bunch of shonen that I'm like kind of into, even though I don't really read much. Like the only thing I still read is like One Piece, One Piece, like occasionally, like Vinland Saga, occasionally, Berserk when I feel like it, like not like regularly, but just when I feel like it, and then, I guess occasionally Chainsaw Man, but I haven't read that in like months either, you know? Like I haven't read One Piece in like 6 months. Like I've been busy. I just take breaks and like don't always, like, that's not always how I want to spend my free time, is reading manga, you know? I'm just kind of, I still do it sometimes when I'm bored or just feel like it, but you know, it's not something I do all the time. One Piece is the only one I keep up with like regularly these days anyway. But there's other manga that I like. I once read Demon Slayer just so I actually had the right to complain about it, though. This girl I was dating tried to get me to watch Demon Slayer, and I don't know, like I can understand the appeal. It's just too, I hate to say generic. I don't know if generic's the right word, but it's just like, I don't know. It's like, it looks nice. Sakuga's cool, but like, I don't know, man. If I want Sakuga, there's like other series that would give me Sakuga. Like Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War looks better than any anime that came out in 2023, but still, like, I actually care about what's going on, you know? Like, I just don't give a fuck about any of the shit happening in Demon Slayer. It is too, like, by the books for me. And I get that it's a very archetypal story. It's a very, like, you know, it's delving into like Japanese like culture and themes in ways that maybe I don't fully understand, not being a Japano man myself. But like, I don't know, I just like, I tried to get into it. I watched one episode with her. I didn't watch anything after that because it wasn't for me. But you know, if I had a girlfriend who wanted to watch more of it, I would, because you know, you watch things with your girlfriend because they're your girlfriend, and you know, there are benefits to watching things with them, you know. That's just how it is. And the same, they do the same for, you know, hence this is how relationships work. You make, you know, it's not that it's the worst thing, it's just like I wouldn't watch it by myself, that's all. Anyway, let's see. I once read, oh yeah, Shunsoi is also just that. Yeah, Shunsoi is like, Shunsoi and like, what's his name? That Mr. Hattenclogs, Urahara. Those are like my two favorite characters from Bleach, like without a doubt. They're dope, for sure. Bro said he liked Miyazaki because it was Kino. How could one ever disagree? Exactly, dude. I mean, I like Miyazaki stuff for like a lot of reasons, but like a big part of it is like, sometimes I'll just like get high and watch Miyazaki because it's just like amazing visuals and like incredible like stylish art that's just like beautiful. And like honestly, like 1,000-Year Blood War is like more like, you know, fast paced than a Miyazaki movie, but it still feels like it's just beautiful. Like it's just incredibly well made. The anime, I mean. So like, I don't know. Like it's very like entertaining for me. Like I have fun like just like, you know, watching like the cool powers and like the interesting dynamics on display. And I'm just like, I don't need anything deeper than that. Like there are interesting themes and interesting like character things going on too. But it like, for me, like it's more about like just the spectacle. Like Bleach is like all about the spectacle. And if you like spectacle shit like I do, then like Bleach is great. Like especially like 1,000-Year Blood War. It's like, it feels like they get Kubo. And because Kubo is involved, you know? It's good stuff. Worst part of the Bleach anime was that the money shots just look better in black and white. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. But I don't really watch it for the money shots. That's a nice perk, but it's not like a driving factor for me. Vinland and Berserk are seinen and Kino, though. Yeah, Vinland and Berserk are great. Like, they're two of my favorites, for sure. Berserk especially, but like Vinland definitely also. Vinland's been a really big, like Vinland, the season 2 was so good. I'm sure, honestly, season 3 or whatever, the arc after the farm arc is like my favorite arc. I know that's like kind of an unpopular opinion, but like personally, like it blends everything I like about Vinland Saga into one arc. So I'm super excited for like the Baltic Sea arc or whatever, or the Baltic War or whatever it's called. That's like my favorite arc in Vinland Saga. I'm so excited to see that animated. It's gonna, because the anime's been great. The anime's been really good. So I'm super hyped. I'm super hyped for that. Bro is dating a girl, unfollowed, blocked, swatted. It's over, bros. I've outed myself as a heterosexual. I'm sorry. I love people saying the latest Demon Slayer arc was suddenly bad. Meanwhile, I'm saying it had the same exact problems I had with the previous seasons. Anime arc, that is. It's about screaming Bankai and coming. Yes, that's what it's about. That's exactly what it's about. I mean, honestly, like, my favorite thing about the new Bleach, like my favorite episode in like Turn Back the Pendulum. I know I need to read One Piece. I'm sorry. We'll get to it, guys. My favorite episode was Rukia versus Asnot, because Rukia is like my favorite character, and Asnot is like maybe like the most interesting. Like that was like the best episode of the show, because like Asnot's power is literally fear, and Rukia's like character arc is about like not overcoming like fear of things like outside, like, you know, like fear of like external things that could harm her. It's like fear of like losing people, and like, you know, it's just a really interesting, like it was really interesting dynamic, and like they fucking bodied that episode, dude. Like it's, that episode itself is like a movie, and it has great character development for Rukia and for Byakuya, who are like basically, I'm thinking of like, I'm actually working on a video essay about the like the Kuchiki family, because I think like they've gone like critically, like by the Bleach community that just like power scales all the time, they've gone critically like under analyzed as like characters, and I think they're like both great characters, you know. So like I'm actually working on some video essays. Like I'm super busy right now, but I do still have like video essay stuff that I'm working on, and I'm really excited about that one. I want to get that out before Core 3 comes out. Hopefully I will. But yeah, like that episode is just so good, dude. Like anyone who like even has remotely like watched like early Bleach will like watch that episode and come, because it's so great. It's just it's amazing. Like they bodied it, they killed it, and like even in the manga that stuff was Kino, but like that episode is just like with the way they like the voice actor for Asnot in both English and Japanese is like the best. And like the voice performances in both English and Japanese are so good. And like, oh my god, like the sequences where Asnot is explaining like the aspects of fear and how they affect people, and how fear is this thing that like seeps in your mind no matter how hard you try to keep it out. Like it's so impressive as like a standalone like thing. Like it's so good. It's fucking pure cinema. It's awesome. But anyway, enough coming over Bleach, because Bleach is fucking dope and I love it. Let's get into One Piece, guys. Okay, anyway, your new mission is to eradicate every last Marine on this island. Wow, so they're gonna genocide the Marines. Damn. We're doing January 6th. Right here and now, baby. Here we go. 5 elders, Vegapunk, Sentomaru, authority chip holders. I thought they said authority child holders, and I was like, oh god, not those guys, not the Epstein Island boys. An order from Vegapunk, this is bad. And they hear it, and they start blasting the Marines, just absolutely decimating these boys. I gotta say, I love the way the Mach 3 Pacifista look. Like their winter soldier outfit with the cool, like, giant, like, fucking bulky-ass arms, and, like, they're so round, but so goddamn intimidating. They're like these fucking bear Terminators, dressed for, like, they look like Russian, like, fucking Terminator robots. That's so cool. Ah, yeah! He's shooting lasers and wow, and blowing up everything. This is, fucking lit, bro. Huff Huff, does this mean Vegapunk has left the dome? Over there, attack quick! We have to find Bonnie! Bonnie! So Atlas is calling for Bonnie, and also Sanji's calling for Bonnie, and they're both hanging out of the... And Frankie's calling for Bonnie. How the heck are we meant to drive straight down? Won't we just end up falling? I mean, Sanji can just, like, skywalk down there and pick her up. I mean, he would love to do that, being the fucking saving the damsel in distress, you know? That's what he's all about. The Vega tires on either side of us are made of the same kind of sky cloud as the road. Oh, interesting. So that's how they're flying. They have like a little like sky cloud helicopter. That's cool. That's cute. Vega Tank 8. Bonnie-chan, it has a peculiar property which makes it stick to itself. We won't be falling anywhere. Founder. For real, Sanji? When has my lady radar ever been wrong? When has your gaydar been wrong? I mean, it's been wrong a few times, like with, no, Kiku wasn't gay, but it's definitely been wrong a few times, buddy. That radar doesn't sound very scientific, but I'll have some faith in you. Okay, so Sanji's heading down. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Appreciate it, but this tank is too slow for my burning heart. I'll be right back. Sanji! So she's fighting Vice Admirals, and this... I feel like we've seen this Vice Admiral. He's got a cool mustache. God damn, she's fucking spreading it out for everybody to see. God damn, bruh. And he's got a giant clam on a stick that he's swinging around. Hell yeah, bro. Swag drill break. Yo, the goat is back. Looking good. Yo, thank you, my dude. Thank you, my dude. I've lost like 30 pounds since April, bro. Been doing that kickboxing shit. Been on my fucking grind with the workouts and stuff, so appreciate it, dude. It's good to see you. Thank you for stopping by, man. We're doing a few One Piece chapters. I haven't read One Piece since fucking July, man, so we're catching up. We've read 191, 192, 193, now we're on 194. I'm pretty sure this is going to be our last chapter tonight. This tank is too slow, so Sanji goes down there. Where did that scamp get to? Good, it sounds like the Pacifista are back on our side. So then this guy comes through, the Vice Admiral. Bonnie does her fucking signature pussy flash, and she whips out the fucking gun. There she is. God damn, Oda. Oda really drawn the fucking asses and coochies, man. And she does a NDE, short of near-death experience. She has an attack called near-death experience, where she does a fucking split midair, blinds them with the fucking cooch, and then blows out people's brains in rapid succession. Ah! So she fucking literally hits this guy with a skeleton, turns him into a skeleton in his mind. Huh? So I guess he doesn't die, but she did make them freak out from thinking they were dead. Hey, what's gotten into you guys? I saw the river Styx. Japanese use, I mean, Bonnie's powers are cool, man. Bonnie's a badass. I love Bonnie. God, but also she's hot as fuck, Jesus. Hey, what's gotten into you guys? I saw the river Styx. Stop right there, Bonnie. So they're trying to capture her. I won't let you pass. What? But how is... Oh, fuck. Wait, do we know... Oh, this is, Navy HQ Vice Admiral Bluegrass. Bluegrass? Okay, she's like a fucking, like... She's a fucking, country gal. Alright. I mean, she looks old as fuck, but... Okay. The near-death experience would be so terrifying IRL. I mean, kinda, yeah. Just like thinking you're a skeleton. Yeah, that would be pretty fucking terrifying. I love Bonnie's powers. They're super fun. Yeah, dude, these are cool. Don't panic, dearie. It's only this one unit that has been affected by the new orders. Honestly, the Vice Admirals are cool, man. Like, I know Maynard made the Vice Admirals look like a bunch of punk bitches, but, like, I don't know. They're pretty dope. They have pretty, like, varied and cool powers and, like, cool designs. I think they're pretty cool. It's hard for me not to like them. And also, like, the thing is, they're all, like, kind of, like, Yonko Commander type of guys. Like, in terms of, like, their power level and whatnot. But, like, I don't know. Like, they're all, like, so varied and interesting. Like, I don't know. And there's so many of them, dude. Like, it does make you think about the world government in, like, a different way. In that, like, the world government has 3 guys who are, like, basically Yonko level, the admirals, right? Like, or maybe not quite Yonko level, but, like, getting up there. And then they also have, like, all these vice admirals who are, like, basically, like, a bunch of Yonko commanders. Like, just like dozens of them. Like, that's a pretty powerful organization. Like, that's actually scary. The only vice admiral I care about is Garp. I mean, Garp is definitely the GOAT, for sure. I mean, he's dead, but he's the GOAT. I made it my personal ride. I'm a driver woman who can hijack anything thanks to the ride fruit. But he is simply the GOAT. He is 100% the GOAT. You're right. I take it offing you will lift the age curse on my ickle subordinates? Is this supposed to say fickle? Has she been aged too? Or is she just naturally old as fuck? Daddy. That's her last words, daddy. Honestly, I want those to be my last words too. Give them back their lost years. So who saved her? Sanji? Leap! Give them back their lost years! And Sanji saved her. Nice. Fuck yeah, Sanji's gonna fucking wreck shop here. Hell yeah, dude. Bonnie-chan, you can't let yourself freeze up like that. Blackleg, they told me about Kuma being your dad. I get it, but you've gotta keep a cool head. And then we got this big guy with the fucking giant clam attack. Rah! Nice, Sanji. Nice. There we go, buddy. That's the way to be. Whack an otter! Oh, so he's a cat man? Or an otter man? For now, let's just get out of here. So he's got her all wrapped up. Aw. Sanji's gonna win another heart, we think, maybe? I mean, she did say she likes Sanji a couple chapters, or in chapter 190, I think. She said, like, a cook who could fight, that's pretty dope. So, like, she already kind of maybe has an affinity for Sanji. I don't know, man. I just want Sanji to be a heartbreaker, dude. I want him to be a stud. Just like me, you know? Just like your boy. A horny boy who's also a stud, you know? We can exist. These two aspects of ourselves can coexist. Thank you very much. He is not dead. Don't say that. I think he's dead, but no, I don't think he's dead. I think he will die before the end of the series, probably, or he'll be at very least like, I don't know. I like, what else does he have? Like, if he's not dead, he probably should be dead. Let's be honest. Like, I don't know. We need to build up the Blackbeard guys as like actual like formidable guys, and not have them just like the Blackbeard guys are cool because they kill people. Wanji, fuck yeah, Wanji baby. Or what would a W be? Would this be W? I think this is W. Yeah. Sanji-kun, hop in. Bonnie, Sanji-kun, hop in. Vegapunk, let's head back. The Pacifists are already on our side again. We don't have any business left down here. Labostratum. Okay, so we got Luffy versus Kizaru looking awesome. Kwa-pa-pa-pa! So Luffy's like swinging his dick around, his 5 dicks. Nice. All of his limbs are dicks now because he has the power of imagination and it's just like he's coming everywhere. You know, the white cum that he makes. I'm afraid I've got a job to do and I can't finish if we keep playing around. Pant, pant. So he's panting. Okay. So he's actually fucking, he's huffing and puffing. Luffy's giving him a real fight here. That's the idea. I'm doing my job. Haha. I'm doing my job. Okay, that's what he meant. And now Kizaru's flying off. Well, this is a problem. Hey, get back here. What the? So everyone notices something. Huh? What the? Huh? So these guys are still fighting. These guys are still fighting. What is this ominous presence? Is it fucking Saturn? Oh, it must be Saturn. Yeah, so everyone's noticing Saturn. That must be it. Because we know Saturn has, like, he's actually strong, and he has, like, devil fruit. He's, like, probably, like, a mythical Zoan of some kind. So Ego says, but let's be real. He won that fight. He only lost because he focused in saving everyone else. I mean, he accomplished what he wanted to accomplish. I think he was basically fighting an unwinnable fight there. Like, I think the Blackbeard guys are all pretty strong, and, like, at the end of the day, they looked like, because they had Kuzan on their side. Like, plus, big island boy, fucking Avalo Pizarro. Like, I don't know, between those two and, like, the others, I think, like, and Shiryu, you know, like, I think they were going to, like, it was basically someone was going to have to get left behind. It really had to be Garp because he had to, like, save everybody, but, like, Garp definitely had a great showing. He was very impressive, but, like, there was no way he was going to either die or get left behind. Like, he could still die. I don't know. I honestly, at this point, like, I love Garp. I think he should die. I'm not saying, like, I'm not someone who thinks, like, more characters should always be dying in One Piece, but Garp is someone who is, like, he has passed on his, like, his spirit, his will to, like, the next generation. He isn't, like, others have inherited his will. In my opinion, it's his time. You know, maybe Blackbeard can do it in person. And then we have some more beef between, like, this is the time to be building up the beef between Luffy and Blackbeard. Blackbeard taking out Law, Blackbeard taking out, like, or capturing, what's his name? Kobe, like, him killing Garp. Like, we need there to be, like, real beef going into the final arc between Luffy and Blackbeard so they can have, like, a real deal fight where there's, like, stakes and, like, emotions between these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we need. Like, I think, like, Garp just, like, capping that dude while he's, like, in jail or, like, captured by the Blackbeard pirates would be, like, the icing on the cake, I think. Like, that would be, like, he already has beef with Blackbeard, but that's, like, creating, like, an extra level of beef. You know what I'm saying? Swag Drill Break says, I'm 99% sure he's frozen for now, but I do think Garp's death could be a sick moment for the series. I agree. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Garp. Like, I'm not saying, like, I want him to die because I dislike him. I just think it's his time, man. Like, I think the story will be served better by him being dead. But we know Oda, we know he doesn't like to kill characters, especially not arbitrarily. If they still could do something more in the series. I'm not saying Garp can't do something more, but I feel like he's already, like, he's done the thing that, like, he's shown how strong he is. He's shown how badass he is, even at his current age, past his prime. Like, he could totally, like, I think him, like, being killed by Blackbeard would make for more interesting dynamics and more interesting, like, I guess, like, it would build more towards a final confrontation between Luffy and Blackbeard, in my opinion. But that's just me. I also think Blackbeard will probably kill Shanks or something, but who knows? And Ego says, I don't think he should die yet. Okay, that's understandable. I think they'll have one more showing. That's fair. I could see it. I could definitely see that, for sure. What is this ominous presence? Hurry. So Usopp's also sweating, and they're carrying, who's this? Is this, oh, this is Stussy? Is this Stussy or Robin? I can't tell who they're transporting. Don't tell me. Oh, fuck. So Saturn can turn into, like, a weird, like, minotaur bull thing, I think. Like, we saw his silhouette and he looked like a bull or like a minotaur or something. Pacifista units. Cease all action immediately. How strange. The Pacifista aren't trying to protect us anymore. Hey, did you forget your orders? But the only people with higher authority clearance than us are the 5 elders. Ooh-ah! So we got a star, like a pentagram on the ground. A magic circle? Oh, fuck. Ominous presence. Interesting. Okay. This is most peculiar. We must hurry. So I realized just now that they're actually riding like a cloud. Like they're riding like similar to like Skypiea. They're creating like a cloud thing. This is interesting. Okay. Like in terms of the technology going on in this panel. That's one thing I love about One Piece, and I'm sure you guys like too, is that there's a lot of stuff going on in like the background that like if you pay attention and you have like a knowledge of the series, you can pick up on it. It's pretty cool. So that's actually dope. All Marines on the island, be advised, Saint Saturn of the 5 Elders is about to make landfall on Egghead. Huh? One of the 5 Elders is here? Oh shit. Any Marines ranked Commodore and below is hereby ordered to avert their gaze. Whoa. Avert their gaze? Is this man that fucking wild? He's just like, you can't even look at him? He's that fucking... Or maybe it's just like they don't want him to see... They don't want them to look... They'll have to kill them. Not that they can't look upon them. It's that they're not supposed... Like, only people of a certain rank who are like... Have proved their loyalty to the world government are even allowed to look at this man. Maybe that's what's going on. Wow, I'm so glad we read... I was thinking about stopping at 1093. I'm glad we went to this chapter. Because this is actually, like, this has got some meaty, juicy stuff. I'm actually super interested to see where we go here. Wow, Commodore and below. So that was like... Commodore was what Smoker's rank was at the beginning of the series, I believe. So, okay. Rank Commodore and below is hereby ordered to avert their gaze. Transgressors will not be forgiven. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not that they can't look upon him because of like a power level thing. It's that they're not allowed. And if they are, they will not be forgiven. They will be summarily executed. Interesting. Wow! Okay, so there's fire. Holy shit. What is happening? And he's doing some magic shit? He's doing like some fucking alchemy, some fucking Full Metal Alchemist bullshit over here? What the hell? What was that explosion? That announcement mentioned the 5 Elders. One of them actually came all the way here? 5 Elders? They're the most powerful authority figures in the world. What? It doesn't matter. We're getting out of here. Hang on. Uh-oh. That circle. Something's coming out of it. Oh, shit. What the hell is that? Is he some kind of monster? Quiet. We're not meant to see. He might just... Oh, fuck. Yo, what the hell is that? Is he some kind of monster? Quiet, we're not meant to see. He might just, and his head just explodes. Like he got shot with a gun. But I don't know if anyone shot him or if he's just like, if his brain just exploded from even looking upon this man. Wah! Whoa, dude. That's a pretty cool design. Oh, my light went out. There we go. That's a pretty cool design. Highest authority of the world government. The 5 elder planets. Defense science warrior god, Saint J. Garcia Saturn. And he appeared in the middle of a fucking transmutation summoning circle. Pentagram style, like a demon. Whoa. I almost can't remember the last time I came to the surface. Wow. So, and he's got like spider legs and this fucking cool ass puffy beard thing. And he's got the awakening like fire the fucking sash around his neck. I almost can't remember the last time I came to the surface. Whoa. What is that thing? Up top, look out. What does he mean the surface though? What does that mean? What does this mean, dude? Holy shit. Commodore is just below Rear Admiral, I think. No, Commodore is below Captain, right? It's, Captain, I need to look at the Marine ranking again. I think it's Commodore, then Captain, then Rear Admiral, then Vice Admiral? I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe Commodore is above Captain. I could be wrong. What is that thing? Up top, look out. Whoa! So a fucking laser beam shoots down. He's going for the clouds. Okay, so now Kizaru's shooting at them. Oopsie, almost had you there. So he's shooting the clouds away, so he's trying to knock them off the clouds, which is what they're riding on. It's Kizaru! Yo! So Luffy's following him. Huff, huff, hold it, Kizaru! Geez, haven't you reached your limit with that form yet? We're counting on you, Luffy! Leave it to me. Whoa! So he fires a fucking laser at him. Luffy's turning into a strong man. He fired a fucking laser at him. I think it hit Luffy. Wah! Oh, gum gum. Hmm? Oh, shit. Damn. White Star gun. And he fucking punches through his head. I was wondering what I was looking at here. But he punches through this man's head and a star pops out the other side. Wow. And the fucking goopy shit coming out of his skull. This isn't good. Now I'm really at my limit. So he turns into an old man. Luffy-kun. Nika. He says, that's racist, buddy. You can't say that. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Surface prob just means the sea level. Yeah, I guess so. As in he lives 10,000 meters above the sea level on the red line. I mean, maybe. That's possible. I wonder if... But the thing is, it seems like he was like summoned through like a fucking transmutation circle or something. So that's the part that I'm confused about. Maybe he was like... This form maybe is like a slightly different version of his persona. I don't know. Nika. So he really is at his limit. So Luffy falls down this way, and Kizaru gets punched into this building. Okay, so Luffy was able to hit him real good, fuck him up, but now Luffy's at his limit, and he's got nothing left. And these guys crash. Wah! Oh, fuck. Okay, so now we got Saturn versus these guys. And now I'm thinking this is the real Sabaody moment, where Luffy is like spent. He's protected them from Kizaru, the original threat of Sabaody, but now we got one of the Five Elders here, and he's just as dangerous as Kizaru, if not more dangerous. Oh man, yeah, the yokai inspired design is sick, Swag Drill. I agree, man. Yeah, this is fucking lit. Are you okay, Vegapunk? So Frankie's trying to protect him. Are we gonna have the Year of Frankie moment where Frankie saves the day, or at least saves Vegapunk? Atlas-chan, you're not hurt, right? I'm fine. Saint Saturn, I assume. In the flesh. I see you have managed to cling on to life, Vegapunk. Dude, yeah, he does have a very yokai spider bull design. Wow. And oh, dude, he looks so cool. I have given the order, Vegapunk. Bonnie-chan. Oh shit, here we go. Erase his individuality completely. Make sure no trace of him remains. Oh, so this is a flashback to something that she learned during the Kuma flashback? I've given the order, Vegapunk. Bonnie-chan, erase... Oh, maybe this is what... Maybe Saturn was the one who ordered Vegapunk to erase Kuma's personality. And she, seeing Kuma right now, seeing Saturn right now is like, this motherfucker. I'm gonna take this motherfucker out if it's the last thing I fucking do. And she's about to go all in and fuck this guy up. That would be fucking sick. That would be hella cool. I hope that's what's about to happen here. Bonnie-chan! Erase his individuality completely. Make sure no trace of him remains. But if we do that, Kuma... Saint Saturn! So she has a beef with Saint Saturn. She's got her ass out. She's about to kill this man. She stabs him in the fucking chest. Takes out one of his 8 yokai hearts. Pierced by her fury. And she... tears in her eyes as she stabs this man in the chest. Fuck yeah, Bonnie. Fuck yeah. Wow, what a chapter, dude. Dude really got all those legs and still uses a cane. Wow, dude. Holy shit. I kind of want to read another one. Should I read another one, guys? Should I just go ahead and do it? What time is it? 9:20? Fuck it, man. Fuck it. We're doing it. I don't give a fuck. Hell yeah. We're going 9:25. Hell yeah, dude. Run one more chapter. I want to do it. I want to do it, baby. Here we go. Go for it. Hell yeah, dude. Go for it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate your support. Fuck it. Yeah. One more chapter. and then we'll call it after that. The world where you're better off dead. So we got Buggy chasing a little monkey, kind of like the Kobe and Helmeppo and the monkey. That's a cute monkey. Buggy looks great. Buggy is the man, the best character in One Piece. Cover request for Neepy. Buggy chasing a squirrel monkey who swiped his trademark nose. God damn it. What do you... Wait, he swiped his nose. Oh, because his nose detaches because he's got the cut for the chop fruit. Oh, man. I'm here for it. Hell yeah, dude. Honestly, like, say what you will about the One Piece live action, like me and, who was it? Lemon got into it earlier, and he doesn't like it. I thought it was okay. But I get, there's a lot of issues with it, like the live action. Like, it's not perfect by any means. I think it, like, I enjoyed it, but, like, I get why people don't fuck with it. The guy who played Buggy was, like, by far the best aspect of it. Like, that guy killed it. That guy was so good. You know, I need to see what else that guy's in, because he was just so funny. Buggy will be the Pirate King. Thank you, Ego. Thank you. I support... Buggy has my support. That's all I'm saying. All right, one last chapter. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, things are just too hype. We gotta see this through. Saint Sat... man, I can't believe I've been missing out on this for fucking 6 months, bro. Crazy. I always said I'll watch Opla with my GF. Opla? Oh, One Piece live action. You should watch it with her, dude. I just need to get that GF first. There you go, bro. There you go. I believe in you. You can do it. Honestly, like, it's a fun show. Like, you know, it's not a... I don't want to get to it. We've already talked a lot about it earlier in this stream, but it's not as, like, it's got its issues, but it's fun. Like, if you just, like, have fun with it, like, it's pretty hard to hate. Like, it's okay. Like, it's a good time at the very least. Anyway, for fuck's sake, I did like it for what it, for sure. I did like it for what it is. Yeah, I agree, Swag Drill. It's fine. Like, it's a good time. Like, it's entertaining. Saint Saturn of the Five Elders has landed. All Marines beneath the ranks of Rear and Vice Admiral are to evacuate the area immediately. An Elder came in person. Do not look back. Even a peek will not be forgiven. Huh? He's here already? But how? I've only ever seen him in portraits. Oh, that's interesting. This guy's got cool goggles. What's with all that lightning? Yeah, oh, I guess it's just his power? He's even above the Celestial Dragons. And one of them can boss around an admiral like it's nothing. Why would someone so far up on the divine hierarchy come all the way down here from Mary Joyce? And there's lightning just flashing everywhere. So this man just got stabbed by Bonnie. But he looks unfazed. Man looks like he's just chilling. Shredded official, it's really easy to hate Lemon. It's really easy to hate Dash Lemon. Oh, hey Lemon, what's up, buddy? You're logged in as Shredded. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know, man. I think it's a good time. But anyway, I really don't want to get into it right now. We're on kind of on a binge right now. We're on chapter 1095, and things are fucking heating up. We got fucking Saturn here, and he's a fucking giant spider boss from Dark Souls, looking like he's about to yokai murder all of these motherfuckers. Yeah, this is interesting. This is good shit. Bonnie, you've crossed the line. That's Saint Saturn. You stabbed one of the Five Elders. Honestly, based Bonnie. Based Bonnie. I see the blood popping out of this boy. But he probably has like 8 hearts or 9 hearts because he's a fucking demon. That's why I said it's me fixing something on the channel. Oh, okay, gotcha. Thanks for clarifying. She assaulted one of the world's overseers. All Marines, take aim. So this is interesting because I was saying how Egghead feels like a reprisal of Sabaody in a lot of ways, and that it has a lot of the same characters involved in the conflict, like Kizaru, Sentomaru, Kuma's are coming probably pretty soon. Now we have, in that arc, we had Luffy punching a Celestial Dragon. Now we have Bonnie stabbing one of the fucking 5 Elder Stars. Like, this place is gonna be obliterated. They're gonna, you know, this is like a Buster Call level event. Like, this island will be destroyed, wiped off the face of the planet. They'll probably send that giant planet thing to just blow, like, shoot that giant beam down that destroyed that island that Sabo was near, right? Like, that's probably the shit that we're heading towards right now. Like, this island is just gonna get absolutely eviscerated, you know? Like, that would be like a and I feel like maybe that'll happen and we won't see the Straw Hats for a while. Like, they'll be alive, and we'll find out later how they survived. But, like, that would be, like, a, that could potentially end up being a, what do you call it? A, Sabaody-level incident. Like, thinking the Straw Hats, like, even if it's a fake-out death, like, if they kept them off-screen and just switched to what else is happening in the world for a while, which I feel like Oda's done enough to set up, like, all these other players and all these other things happening in the setting, that, like, if we were to, like, just, like, have the Straw Hats, like, be thinking that the Straw Hats are, like trying to present the Straw Hats as dead for a bit, I feel like that could be something that would, like, be dramatic and cool. But I don't know. Maybe other people wouldn't like that. Maybe that's not where things are going. I'm just throwing shit out there. Because I feel like this arc has to end in, like, a way that matches or even exceeds Sabaody in terms of, like, the way Sabaody ended with all the crew being separated and potentially killed. It's like, that was just so hype and, like, such, like, a... Like, it was, like, that. I remember when that chapter came out and it ended, everyone was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, this arc needs to end in a similar way, I feel, you know? Okay, new One Piece anime opening dropped. Haven't heard yet, but should probably be geared soon. Heard soon. Vale sent it earlier. I have it up here. I don't really care. I'll check it out eventually, but I don't really watch the One Piece anime. So like, I'm sure it's cool, but I just don't care that much. Sabaody is just ultra goated. Yeah, 100%. I feel like this arc is heading in a similar direction, though. I feel like this is really like Egghead feels like Sabaody 2. Like, it feels like the Sabaody of, like, the New World, essentially. And I feel like we're heading for something really dramatic. But I don't know. I could be wrong. The opening sounds really good, Swag Drillbreak says, and looks cool, good. I'll check it out. I'm interested. I don't know if I'm going to play it on stream, but we'll see. Maybe I'll let it play us out towards the end. How about that? You stabbed one of the 5 elders. She assaulted one of the world's overseers. All Marines, take him. Take aim. Bonnie! And she's fucking crying. Stop squirming, you pathetic maggots. If I did not wish to be stabbed, I would have simply dodged. And he fucking knocks her back with a fucking not a glaze. He glazes her so hard, her head gets knocked back. No, he fucking looks at her really hard. Boom! His eyes glow with a weird aura, and she gets bodied and falls backwards. I would have simply dodged, and he grabs her. Oh, fuck. Bonnie-chan! And then thwack! And Sanji also gets bodied with a gauge. Sanji! So this man's like a demon. He pulls it out. His wound disappeared, and all the blood goes away. Cough, splutter. So this does feel like a Sabaody type of moment, really, honestly. Keep the pressure up. Get Vegapunk. This feels like this feels like a moment that is, like, similar to the Sabaody moment, like, completely inescapable. Like, they're just fucked now, you know? Like, they're faced with, like, an unbeatable force who can, like, literally, like, you know, knock out, like, top-level people like Sanji with, like, a fucking gaze, like a fucking look. And, like, Luffy's down. Like, him and Kizaru beat each other up. They're just both out. So Kizaru is kind of like the pacifista, sort of, in Sabaody, and he's been taken out, and, like, Zoro's occupied. Who knows where Jinbei is, but, like, Jinbei, if Sanji can't do anything, Jinbei probably can't do anything either. Like, and, like, Vegapunk is about to be captured. Like, we're fucked. Like, this is, like, so something's got to happen. Someone has to come and intervene, right? Wasn't Blackbeard on his way to Egghead? Didn't we see a Blackbeard flag on the way to Egghead, like, a while back? I feel like we did, but maybe I'm wrong. Swag Drill Break, and looks good. Also, yeah, I like the Sabaody vibes. Yeah, it feels very simple. Like, this really does feel like Sabaody for the New World. And I'm hyped. I'm like, this is, like, awesome. Yeah, for sure. Keep the pressure up, get Vegapunk. Wait, you fools. Don't give them an opening. Stay calm. Escape is impossible if you keep your weapons trained on them. Yes, sir. So all the Vice Admirals are heading in. They're going to attack. So Kizaru's kind of fucked up. It's unprecedented for you to be so slow in executing an order like this, Kizaru. I apologize. I have no excuse. I need a second. I don't think I can move just yet. So he really got fucked up by Luffy. Luffy really put a beating on him. Given the circumstances, I can understand this disappointment. So he's going to kill Luffy. Now then. About to step on his ass. Strong right! Yes! You're Frankie Bros. We're getting it, boys. Yeah, BB is approaching, says Ego. Yes! Yes! Is BB gonna be the one to save them from Saturn? That'd be interesting. Strong right. Nice. So you're Frankie Bros. He's gonna save everyone. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to scroll down that far. And he's shooting his fucking right arm. Interesting. So you're the kind of pirates who stick together. Haha, so even the biggest big shots in the world are after our captain's head. Good to know. Based Frankie. Frankie being the MVP. There we go, dude. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Straw Hat Luffy, Jewelry Bonnie. Your involvement in this affair was certainly unforeseen. However, the coasts have been completely blockaded by our army. It would be something to see you escape from such a hopeless situation. We shall see what fate has in store for you. Still, the electricity, the black lightning. Is that just coming from Saturn? Or is it coming from... Yeah, I guess it is just like emanating off of Saturn. Like he is just like exuding black lightning, right? Like that's what this electricity is coming from. Is he that powerful? How powerful is this guy? Even stronger than... Like even made... Like he's sunning Kizaru. He's sunning Kizaru. That's a pretty big deal. I didn't expect him to be this much of like a threat. I expected him to be strong, but maybe not like so... Like, just like able to like one-shot Sanji, basically, you know? Or like knock him back so effortlessly and in such a way that like puts him down for the count in like basically a big way. And Kizaru's knocked out. Like I feel like that's more understandable. Because Luffy is pretty fucking OP at this point. Your involvement in this affair was certainly unforeseen. However, it would be something to see you escape from such a hopeless situation. Oh, Kuma's coming! Kuma can save them all! Yo, dude, wait a minute. Where is Kuma gonna... Is Kuma gonna send them to Raftel? That would be wild, dude. But yeah, Kuma has to save the day. That's why he's headed there. I just realized it's going to be literally a reprise of Sabaody. Kuma's gonna come there, and he's going to save everyone, just like he did before. And this time he's gonna die for it. Wow. That's where we're headed. It just dawned on me. Whoa, that's crazy. Because of... Okay. We shall see what fate has in store for you. Vegapunk, your betrayal is a heavy blow. I am grateful for all you have accomplished for the Navy during your tenure. So he at least is giving him some, gassing him up a little bit. That's cool. Now, which one of you is to die first? Tell me the cruelest order possible. I want you to die cursing yourself for daring to cross the world government. Okay, so he's, you know... He's cruel, but you know he gives some respect, but he's still like a cruel motherfucker. He's a bad dude. Okay. It's not the year of Frankie anymore. I know. It's a new year, boys. It's a new year. See, guys, Oda didn't forget Frankie. I mean, Frankie got to do something cool. We've entered the decade of Frankie. Yes, decade of Frankie Bros. Hell yeah. Super. Kuma will be the 10th Straw Hat and Quartermaster. I hope so. I won't spoil. Thank you, Ego. But I'll just say that Kuma is very relevant in the GOAT conversation at this point. I mean, I feel like Kuma's gonna save the day. Like that would be the icing on the cake to this arc. Because like this is an unwinnable situation. Kuma is the guy who comes in and saves them in unwinnable situations, and we know he's on his way here. We know he is. We know this is where he's on his way to. So, it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. Human nature is to blame. Why must people always be tempted by that which has been explicitly forbidden? Ah, wait, stop! Why isn't anybody doing anything? Sanji, why aren't you doing anything? I can't. It's like something's pinning me down. Oh, so they're all being pinned down by this guy's like aura or some shit? If he isn't using technology, it must be some sort of devil fruit ability. Oh no, Bonnie! Saturn, you killed my father. Interesting, so she blames Saturn, not Vegapunk. Interesting, okay. Ah, you're talking about Kuma. He was born to be a slave. Jeez, fucking squeezes the life out of her. Juices this girl. A descendant of people who committed a grave sin against the world. But I love this look on Bonnie's face. Like, so fucking... Oh, it's just so... Like, she is pissed. She wants this man dead. I hope she fucking kills him. She better. She deserves to get a fucking kill on this man. A survivor of the now extinct Buccaneer Rage. Buccaneer race. Buccaneer race. A race of buccaneers? Interesting. Bonnie. When I was a boy, I wanted to be a hero. Someone who could save people from suffering and grant them their freedom. I mean, honestly, the way he saved the Straw Hats, he kind of already is that. Wait, is this guy's hat a gun? I just realized, wait, is this dude fucking funny looking guy with like the oar's teeth? Is his hat a gun? Like a cannon? Oh, they're all about to shoot Bonnie in his hand. Just like the legendary warrior of liberation, Nika. All troops aim for her head. Nika, that's right, I've always looked up to him. So they used to dance together. Aww, Bonnie and her fucking doing the fucking Nika dance. Yeah, boy. Okay, I see you. They say Nika would always come along laughing to this rhythm. Okay, I feel you. Bonnie-chan, all of you, knock it off. Stop, she's just a kid. Is she just a kid? I'm so confused about what her actual age is, but whatever. So am I gonna be freed too? Of course. So he told Bonnie, you will be free too. So is Bonnie his like biological daughter, or is it more like, oh, we're getting the Bonnie flashback, dude? Oh my god. 47 years ago in the South Blue, the kingdom of Sorbet Kingdom, South Blue. Wow, congratulations, what a big boy. Aw, I'm so glad to finally meet you. Hello, Kuma. Okay, so they named their son, their big baby boy son, Kuma. Excuse me, Doc. His blood, right? Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Oh, because his father was a member of the Buccaneer clan? So what is the Buccaneer clan? And I assume that the Buccaneer clan was not a clan that Big Mom had in her, like, you know, army of race realism or whatever. What a cheerful baby. Aww. Kuma being this like cheerful, smiling Kuma. They've alluded to that before. That he was like once a very smiley, happy boy before he became like kind of like a more stoic individual in his cyborg years. I'm sorry, Clap. You've got to run. There were government agents in the hospital. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Just take me. I'm the one with Buccaneer blood. Wow. My wife is normal. Please let her and my son go. I beg you. Interesting. So he was this big boy Buccaneer man. It's okay. It'll all be okay. So he's beaten to a fucking pulp, but his wife is still in good spirits, and his son is still in good spirits at this moment. This mongrel is a Buccaneer. Buccaneer is such an interesting choice for like the name of a race. Like what? Like, isn't it like a position on a ship or something? Or like a Voyager or something? I don't know. What does Buccaneer mean? Let me look that up. Buccaneer. Meaning? Oh, 2 C's. Meaning? It's pirate. Okay. A pirate originally of the Spanish-American coasts. A daring, adventurous, and sometimes reckless person, especially in business. Okay, so that's like a more modern definition. It's like a maverick, essentially. Wow, look at his power, and so young. Okay, so he can carry a lot, even though he's a small boy, but he gets beaten to a pulp because he's just a baby, and they don't like him. Why are you so slow? That hurts, I'm sorry. Wow. Now he's like the fastest man alive, you know? Because he can like instantly transmit himself anywhere. Stop crying, do you want to die? So he's crying and they're gonna kill him. Aw, that's so fucked up. But his dad was like this cool big guy who just wanted him to be good and have a good life. Man, you shouldn't have had kids, buddy. That was your mistake. You should have, you know, it wasn't, you know, you sentenced this young lad to a bad life because you had a child. Hey, Kuma, how are you holding up? Fine, Daddy. Master's so kind to me. I'm very lucky. Is he, though? Is he kind to you? I have something to tell you. Mommy has passed away and gone to heaven. Aw, that's so Is that why he became a Christian? Because his mother passed away? Isn't that wonderful? She's in a better place now. Oh, and he's like trying to smile through it, but he's crying. Damn. This is so fucked. But Kuma, you're strong. You can survive this. You must be brave and bear it for me. But why? Isn't death so much easier? Dude, holy shit, man. This is heavy stuff, dude. Wow! These cry. Oh my god. I wasn't ready for Kuma backstory. I didn't think we were getting this so early. The warrior of liberation will come and save you. Who? So this is where he first heard of Nika. The sun god Nika. So the sun god Nika was this, like, legend that these slaves would believe in and, like, tell each other about. Wow. This is doing a really good job of, like, recontextualizing Nika. Wow. This is cool. That name has been passed down through Buccaneer folklore for generations. So what makes the Buccaneers special? Are they just big, strong guys? I'm confused about that. Like it was Big Mama Buccaneer? I'm very confused, you know? Like, are they just big guys who are strong? I'm just curious. I really have no idea. I'm sure it'll be explained, but... Or maybe it won't. I don't know. Nika will come and take you out to sea, where you will be under the sun and free. Nika always smiles. This is such a beautiful relationship between Kuma and his father. I did not expect this. And the people never fail to laugh when they hear his drumbeat. Don da 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 da, don da 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 da, don, ha 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 ha, splat. And his father, shut up already. His father was killed right then and there. 38 years ago, the West blew. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. Remember, this event only takes place once every 3 years. Don't miss your chance to take part. It's the Native Cleansing Festival. Oh no. Oh no, not the Native Cleansing Festival. Oh no, that's the worst time of the year. That's the worst holiday ever. What the fuck, bro? The Native Cleansing Festival. The fuck? Oh god, this is so fucked up. The venue chosen this time is this non-government affiliated country. Wow, God Valley? They call it God Valley. Are we getting God Valley lore right now? Dude, Prath, what's up, man? Good to see you. I'm doing well, man. I'm doing really well. I'm sorry I've been, like, absent and haven't been doing, like, you know, streams or hanging out in the server or whatever, but yeah, man, we're back. I'm catching up with One Piece, man. Yeah, so glad you were still streaming. Thanks, bro. It's good to see you, man. And thank you for coming through and saying hi. Yeah, dude, I'm catching up on One Piece. We're reading. We've gone from 1091 to 1095 in this stream. This is my last chapter of the day. I'm going to call it after this one. But God, dude, I did not expect to get Kuma backstory and God Valley lore in one chapter. Plus, like, seeing Saturn. Dude, this is nuts, man. This has been a hell of a catch-up. I haven't read One Piece since, like, the summer, so it's been interesting to, like, finally catch up and see what all the fucking hype is about, because I know everyone's been, like, hyped on the recent stuff. Like, I just didn't... I'm so lucky that I haven't been really spoiled anything. The only thing I know is that, like, Kuma... We're getting Kuma stuff in the main story now, and, like, Bonnie stuff, and that's literally all I know. That's literally it. But, man, this shit's hype. This shit is good. Bro, you are not ready. One Piece goes so hard right now. Dude, I'm already fucking feeling it, bro. It's been a fucking crazy stream, man. I don't get such positivity. Cries. Shredded official. I mean, maybe it's because I'm kind of like... So, one of my goals going into, like, streaming this year, like, I feel like the last couple of years when I started streaming, I think... And this is just, like, I think, like, I had a lot of, like, nervous energy going into streaming, and I you know, it's, you want to be performative, you want to talk a lot, you want to, like, entertain and stuff. I'm gonna try, like, this year to be, like, a little bit more, like, and not that I'm saying that I'm not myself when I'm on stream, but I'm definitely, like, kind of like a heightened version of myself, you know, like, I'm more talkative, I'm, like, more, you know, exuberant. I maybe, like, play up reactions a little bit. Like, I'm not doing anything too far out of the realm of what I would normally do, but you know, I'm on camera, I'm like trying to have a conversation with you guys, so, like, I am a bit more, like, performative. I wanna like dial back my performativeness a little bit. Like, I wanna be like, I'm still gonna, like, have fun, and, like, because part of the reason I like doing this live is it just is really fun to interact with you guys and talk about it with you live, and, you know, just, like, have big reactions and be like, whoa, and shit. But, like, I want to be, like, a little bit more, like, in general when I stream. I don't feel like I need to be as performative as maybe I was when I first started. So, you know, not that I say, like, not that it's, like, a conscious decision that I make. I think it's just while I'm on camera, I'm, like, I maybe feel like I kind of have to be more exuberant. It just kind of comes out like almost like a subconscious way. But it's fun. Like I have fun. I'm not trying to be someone that I'm not, you know. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But I'm sure if you guys, anyone who's done any like streaming or content creation can kind of understand where I'm coming from. But whatever. All right, let me catch up on some of, before we get into the God Valley shit. Let me catch up on some of these comments. Oh God, okay, yeah, this chapter is fucking taking the wind out of me here. And my cat, my kitten's crying. I need to give her some love in a minute here. But if I let her into my streaming room, my home studio, she'll fucking tear up my walls here, you know. So she's a fucking little menace. So I can't let her in here when I'm streaming. But I'll get her in a second. But I'll just say, okay, so Kuma is very relevant. It being erased as opposed to, okay, Saturn loves monologuing. Yeah, that he does. Shredded official, that he does, Lemon. It being a race as opposed to a culture weirds me out, but also culture and race can easily be correlated, so I'm fine with it. Yeah, I'm not really sure what Buccaneer refers to here. Like, it feels more like a cultural thing, right? But I don't know. I'm sure like more will be illuminated about that. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Hopefully. Swag drill break. Wait, no. I swear I mean it makes me cry hard. Wait, what did you say before? Seeing children deal with loss gets me so hard. Oh, that's okay. Oh my God, bro. Seeing children deal. Oh, Swag Drill, you win comment of the year. It's only the first week of the year, and you already win, bro. Seeing children deal with the hard loss gets me so hard. Oh my God, I'm so glad I didn't miss that comment. That is so fucking funny, bro. What a Freudian slip that was. Wait, no, I swear I mean it makes me cry. Sure, buddy. Sure. I'm sure that's what you meant. All right. I don't get such positivity cries. Come from your own account, not shred it sour. Says Prath to Sour. Yeah, he's doing some editing on the channel. I'm editing the channel. Oof, yeah, no, can't let your kitten in. LOL. You're a Frankie too, baby. Yeah, buddy. I hope so. I mean, dude, I'm holding out for Frankie to get his year, man. I'm here for it. God, at least give Frankie a chapter, or like a couple of chapters, or just a chapter. Give Frankie some time to shine. I mean, even in this chapter, him saving Luffy was pretty cool. That was pretty goated. More than Sanji was able to do. So, Spectral Break says, seems like you're nearing the end of the stream. I gotta go anyway, so see ya, man. Take care. All right, sounds good, buddy. Thank you for hanging out, and try not to get hard when you see children dealing with loss. No, but seriously, Bo, thank you for stopping by. It was good to chat with you. All right, let's finish this up. Let's get this shit done. They call it God Valley. So there's a bunch of fucking attacks going on, and they're doing a cleanse. Okay, it's the Native Cleansing Festival. So this is where. So all I know. So here's what I know about God Valley. I haven't been talking. Like, I don't have any spoilers for this chapter, but what I know is that this is apparently where red-haired Shanks was either found or from, and that moon guy with the moon head, what was his name? God, Moon Man. You guys know who I'm talking about. The leader of the God's Knights. Is he from God Valley? Like, he's like Shanks' dad, right? Or like Shanks' grandfather or something. Like, he's like Shanks' descendant of that guy. Figurlin Garlic, or whatever. Garlic Bread, or whatever his fucking name is. That guy. So, are we about to see garlic bread involved in this battle? I mean, I hope so. I'm pretty hungry, so. They call it God Valley. Whoa! This blasphemous name was given to the island, as it has an abundance of natural resources. Oh, interesting. So that's why they're trying to kill the native I mean, it's weird that this island, that's just a giant fucking weird valley, would have any natural... Because, like, what could grow in, like, a weird fucking giant mountainous region like this? That's confusing to me. God Valley, or Go-D Valley, as some would call it. This blasphemous name was given to the island as it has an abundance of natural resources. The world government has just annexed this island, so it can be the site of our traditional human hunt. Interesting, a traditional human hunt. How selfish can you be? You want to slaughter our citizens for sport? Have you lost your minds? This is our country, my lord. So this is the king, I guess, even though we can't see his crown in this photo. Kya, my lord, no! Oh, so this is Figurlin Garling. Okay. So this is the king of the country. You want to slaughter our citizens for sport? Have you lost your minds? This is our... Oh, this is fucked up. This is really fucked up. Man, I don't know. Like, I don't want to get into, like, topical stuff, but yeah, this is really fucked, dude. Natural resources probably means, like, metals and shit. Yeah, maybe, like, mining. So it might have that. Yeah, that's a good point, Prath. This is our country, my lord. Kya, my lord, no! So he fucking slices this boy, and we got... It's Figurlin Garling himself. And he's looking pretty cool, Mr. Moon Knight over here. Oh my, hold your horses, Saint Garling. You've gone and started before the buzzer. Wahahaha! In a shocking twist, the king of the natives has already been slain. And they're all in love with him because he's a fucking cool badass, I guess. As a penalty for starting the hunt early, St. Garling shall be docked 10,000 points. What a blow for one of the predicted frontrunners. I need a handicap like that to keep things interesting. Okay, yeah. Good for you, Big Dick Garling, I guess. I mean, he did just kill a king. That's pretty badass, kind of, actually. But still not the best cause. Not the best situation. Like, he's killing a king who's, like, actually trying to stand up for his people. God's Knight, Saint Figurlin Garling. So he's a God's Knight, but he's also one of the saints, I guess? I'm confused about that. Is he a Tenryubito? I mean, I presume so. Ego says, I don't think Garling is Shanks' dad. Shanks has shaded hair, and he is... Well, didn't Garling have shaded hair in the chapter that he appeared? I could be wrong about that. It definitely doesn't have shaded hair here. I don't think Garling is Shanks' dad. Shanks has shaded hair, and he's the only character in One Piece that has it. Since it has been such an explicit point since Chapter 1, I feel like we would see that on an eventual parent. But wait, didn't we... Wasn't there a thing in Film Red? Like, wasn't the reason people thought Shanks was a garlic guy? Because in Film Red, the 5 Elder Stars were like, oh, is, what's her name? That girl who's the main character of Film Red, the singer, the pop idol girl. Weren't they like, is she a member of the Garling family? And they're like, no, she's not actually, like, physically related to Shanks or something. Wasn't that, like, a thing? I forget. No, St. Garling Bros. Like, how will he win now? Literally second chapter 1. How will we ever recover, Garling Chads? I know, right? Garling, we're already starting behind. But no, Garling looks like he's pretty confident. How will we ever recover, Garling Chads? Garling didn't have shaded hair in his first appearance. Yeah. So true. Okay. Shanks can still be a Figurland and not be his son. He could be his uncle or whatever. I guess so. Yeah, Shanks is a Figurland. That's what was said in Film Red. Yeah. I thought as much. Okay. So Shanks is descended of a noble, and that's why he was able to speak with the world nobles, right? I guess so. To spruce up the proceedings, we have arranged to add some additional game to be hunted down alongside the natives. So they have all these slaves. This is how Kuma escapes. That's so interesting. I didn't expect that. These slaves are all notorious troublemakers and sinners. Once they're released, we'll chase them down like wild rabbits. This is so fucked up. This is heavy stuff, man. Sir, we just got word that they tracked down the child who tried to escape. It was the Buccaneer brat. Oh, this is what we saw at the beginning of, during when Bonnie saw like a little bit of Kuma's flashback, like several chapters ago, like a while ago. Trying to run away? How selfish can you get? They put us into groups of 10 for collective punishment, you know? So the other slaves captured him. That's fucked up. If you got away, the rest of us would have been killed. Who do we have here? Oh my god, it's Emporio Ivankov and Ginny? Who's Ginny? Do you guys know who Ginny is? Should I know who that is? Ginny? So Ivankov, wait a minute. So Ivankov was also a slave? Or was Ivankov also on the island? I'm confused. So the other slaves captured Kuma, because they were like collective punishment, right? Ginny is new. Okay, thank you. Hee-haw, hey, wait up! So you are the star of this farce, a buccaneer, no wonder. You carry the blood of the giants in you. Oh, so buccaneers are like part giants? Interesting, okay. So kind of like Big Mom then. Is Big Mom a buccaneer? You will know her, okay. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Ginny is hot as shit. Okay. Is she Bonnie's mom? I mean, she looks like she has kind of like a Bonnie vibe. She's eating a big chicken or a big meat thing on a stick. I mean, she's a little young for my taste, Egg, but hey, whatever floats your boat. I do dislike how these things are said in the films. Even the laugh tail reveal happened in a film, but it is what it is. Yeah, I agree, Prath. I would agree that that's kind of not a fun reveal, but it does make it interesting to talk about. Saturn looks exactly the same-ish 50 years earlier. Bro gotta be immortal. I know Ginny. Ginny is new. True Egg. Luffy mom, for real, I swear. It might be Luffy's mom. Yeah, I mean, it looks to me like it could be Bonnie's mom, but who knows? You carry the blood of giants in you. Big bro here is pretty big himself, don't you think? The only thing big about me is my head. Not? Now listen, you morons. Why do you all have hopeless looks glued to your faces? I, for one, want to live. Well, what are you going to do? So Ivankov and Ginny are about to inspire Kuma to escape. That's cool. This is a really good start to this little flashback here. And we're actually going to see what happened on God Valley. And we know that God Valley is about to pop the fuck off. I don't know how much of like actual God Valley stuff we're going to see, but like I've been wanting to see what happens on God Valley for a long time. And we know that Garling is involved, so... Oh shit, this is interesting stuff, man. So, okay, this actually makes a lot of sense. Let's think about this for a second before we end the stream. So, God Valley, right? We know that God Valley... What am I going to say? What was I going to say? We know that God Valley is where Roger and the Rocks fight. And we know that the Rocks were there to kill the Tenryubito, and Roger was there, quote-unquote, defending them. Now, what I think actually happened is that Roger was there to defend the slaves that were being hunted and is there to kind of like help them get away. To give the slaves a chance to get away, fighting against the world government also, or at very least like maybe not going in with the express purpose of, fucking them up, but being like, we're going to intercept the slaves, we're going to give them a way out, we're going to help them. And that's where they find Shanks, of course. But Ginny and Ivankov and Kuma also get out, and I wonder how Dragon is involved in all this. Like, how does Dragon get brought into the fold? This is so interesting. This is really interesting. So, like, this actually gives us a reason. This gives a reason for Roger to be there that wasn't explicitly stated before, which is a pretty, like, understandable reason, like. But now we know, like, maybe, what's his name? Rox was there to, like, indiscriminately, like, just to slaughter everybody, including the Tenryubito. We got Garling there to defend the Tenryubito and also, like, kill slaves and do fun shit with, like, other gods' knights and whatnot. And now we have these slaves, like Kuma, Ivankov, and Ginny, and we have the Roger pirates who are there to help them. So, like, this is all coming together. It's all coming together, man. This is good shit, dude. This is what One Piece is all about, and... Dude, I'm so glad to be reading this stuff again, man. It has been so much fun to do this stream with all of you. It's been a great turnout, too, man. It's good to see y'all come through. I'm going to keep doing this on a weekly basis. I think I'm going to try to aim for Thursday evenings. But, if I can't do it on Thursdays, I'll try to do a different day of the week or on the weekends. I'm a little bit busier now between work and other, stuff I have going on. But I really am going to try to make it a stream 2 days a week at least. So we'll do One Piece on Thursdays, try to, get up to the latest chapter so we can continue reading that as it comes out. And then... I'll probably do a stream on like Monday nights or something, or maybe Sunday nights. We'll figure it out. Like a gaming stream of some kind, or something of that nature. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on my schedule. Things have just been like so crazy for me for the past, 5-6 months. But I really appreciate y'all coming through and still being homies. And yeah, this stuff will be up on YouTube on the Bag of Chips channel before too long as well. I'm going to split it into individual chapters, I think. Probably. We'll see. I'll take a look at it in post and see how things go. But Yeah, man, this is exciting stuff. I'm hyped, man. I can't believe I've been missing all this for so long. It feels good to get back into One Piece, dude. It really does. So let me just read out all the chats here, and then we'll call it a stream. But thank y'all for joining me, for real. Luffy's mob for real. I swear, this flashback is genuinely top tier. That's, dude. The fact that you say that, Egg, that makes me genuinely excited, because I believe you. Yeah, this flashback is so good, says Prath. Hell yeah, Prath. Okay. We got two of the goats saying it's some good shit. That's exciting stuff. As I said before, Kuma very present in the goat conversation. I've already been saying that Kuma is one of the goats, man. He's been one of the characters I've been most interested in like learning more about, and like he's always been a goat in my book. Dragon fraud, says Prath. I mean, Dragon's been kind of a fraud so far, so we'll see what happens here, but yeah, we know Roger's coming in and gonna probably get these guys out of there. So this is interesting. This is really interesting. I wonder, so are these guys slaves too, or are they God Valley orphans? I wonder. That would be so interesting if they were like orphans of God Valley. Ivankov being an orphan of God Valley would be so nuts. Wow, real. But would you help your allies? Of course I would. But would you help your allies? Nah. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to there, but I guess we'll leave it at that, guys. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been a fucking blast. It's been so fun to, chat with all of you about this One Piece shit and this one piece of shit that I've been reading. But it's been a good time, man, dude. It's great to get back into One Piece. I've been saying this as well. Yeah, please don't spoil. But yeah, great stream. So glad I could make it. Dude, I'm glad you could make it too, Prath. I will find out, Ego. I will find out, man. But yeah, man, like, I want to be doing some other, like, I'm starting to kind of make music again, too, so I might do some, I might, like, do some, like, live music making once I kind of get more, like, comfortable with, like, my current setup. But, I'm also, just having fun, just hanging out. Like, this isn't, like, I've said it many times, like, I work full-time, like, I have a career, but, like, it's just fun. Like, this, getting on here and, like, talking about One Piece incentivizes me to talk about One Piece and like have fun reading it and to interact with people, because like for me the funnest thing about One Piece is like the interactions I get to have with people about it and like get to talk about it with people. It's like by far the most fun thing about reading this thing on like a semi-regular basis, and like same with like that's part of the reason why I wanted to start streaming is like I just have all these games in my backlog and I just want to start like working through them, because like I find gaming very interesting, and I'm like interested in game design and stuff, and that's something else I might be working on. But I'm gonna start like streaming stuff probably besides just gaming and One Piece. Like I want to start like maybe streaming my reactions to maybe some certain TV shows or movies, or even like YouTube videos or stuff. Like, I don't know. I want to take stuff I do sort of like in my free time and turn it into maybe not content, but just like be more active online and less like kind of stringent about the type of content that I make. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm not sure if I'm going to have that on the on Bag of Chips or a different channel yet. But we'll see. Or maybe I'll just leave it on Twitch. Who knows? But yeah, I just want to make streaming be like a more fun, like more like relaxed type of thing. Like I'm not trying to, I think when I started, I was like, oh, I need to be like kind of like super professional about this. So like, not that I was ever like super professional about it, but I just want to have more fun. I just want to have more fun doing this. It's a fun hobby for me, and it's been really exciting to like reconnect with some of you and talk about One Piece, man. I've been missing this. It's been fun to do it again. Holy shit! Audacity stream, hype music stream, Israel Palestine stream. No, I'm staying away from that shit. I'm staying away from politics, bros. We get enough politics in One Piece here, man. That's the most political I ever want to get, is talking about One Piece. At least on stream, anyway. Makes sense, yeah. It'll be fun to stream more things. Yeah, I think it would be. Goated. Chad, is that a G-dam? A G-dam? Are you trying to say my name? A dam? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get going. But it's been a good time, and I will see y'all next week, for sure. All right, see y'all later. Have a good one.